Well, welcome. It's David and Scott. We are back on another Wednesday to say hello with some special friends on the purple couch today.
We got our great friends from the Dragon Kim Foundation. We got Jim Kaffenberger back to introduce his lovely mentees that he brought with him. We have Sonny. Say hi, Sonny.
Hi.
Mandalay.
Hello.
And Jim. How you doing,
How you doing?
buddy?
Good to see you guys again.
Jim, you just flew in from
I
California.
just flew in just for Casino Quest. Does it get any better than that?
No, that's fantastic.
He's the jet center. Unbelievable.
Yeah, going big.
I talked to him last night. He's in California. He said, my flight lands at 3:30. I said, dude, you know, sometimes these flights, they don't work out. Don't I get a text from him? You might have to start without me. The girls will be there. It's going to be great. I said, don't worry about a thing. It's
We got
all
his
good.
luggage. His luggage is
Yeah,
right
his luggage is literally here. He went right past check-in, right past.
Dude, I got Casino Quest action.
They let me through. They said Casino Quest, you're passing through.
Yeah.
I know.
Casino Quest is stronger than TSA.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's an easy win right there, buddy.
So Jim, why don't you refresh our standard crew and then introduce the Dragon Kim Foundation project that you guys got going on. Unbelievably great project, great program. We got a lot of really good buzz from the last time you guys were here.
That's good. I'm glad we got some buzz. We needed it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, thank you again.
Introduce the program.
Yeah, no, thank you. So my name's Jim Kaffenberger. I'm a mentor for the Dragon Kim Foundation, the Nevada chapter, and this was the first year that they went to Nevada. So really the Dragon Kim Foundation was founded in 2015, late 2015. The Kim family was camping at Yosemite, and there was a tragic accident where their son and his friend were crushed in a tent by a branch in a tree. And so his name was Dragon Kim, and then Justin Lee. And the family, Hannah, who's the daughter, and the mother was Grace, and Daniel's the father, really wanted to share that love that Daniel Kim had for music. So initially the Dragon Kim Foundation started by providing music, instruments, or training for the underprivileged or underserved students. And they wanted to continue to grow it. So then what they started creating is the fellowship program, which helps mentees and creates mentors and business leadership training. And then the teams create a community project. And then the last thing is it provides scholarships for college students. Last year, so students can get $5,000 towards college. And so this was the first year with the Nevada chapter. And so I was selected, and I signed up for it, and I pitched it to Scott, getting on the show to really talk about the program. And so I'm working with the group, and I'll introduce the ladies here. It's from Teen Post, and they'll talk about their program and how it's impacting the community of Las Vegas and the state of Nevada. And so I'll introduce Mandalay, and then we also have Sunny. Sunny goes to Clark High School. She's a junior, and Mandalay will be a junior also. So they're in their summertime right now. But these two ladies, along with Caroline, who was on the show last time, are here to talk about the Teen Post.
How's it going, Caroline? Great job last time.
Hopefully you're watching. We know you're in Chicago.
We know she's there.
She's at a tennis tournament in Chicago. So, but I'll turn it over
Just win, Caroline. Just win.
Yeah, not that we're competitive, but I'll turn it over to these two ladies, and they can kind of talk to and answer some of the questions, and then I can also jump in and really talk about and highlight what we're really here for. With this program, with Casino Quest and the CE group, they do an amazing job, and we really are looking for sponsorship, mentors, and really growing the Nevada chapter. If you think about it, all these high school students, Vegas is built on hospitality, and all these students someday could work in the casino industry in some facet, whether it be marketing, hotel, there's gaming, dealers.
Or they might take my class at UNLV.
They might take your class at UNLV. So we just really want to grow the Dragon Kim Foundation, looking for sponsorships and also mentors as we grow the Nevada chapter.
Okay,
But
great.
I'll turn it over to the ladies.
All right, Sonny, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
How's everything at Clark?
It's going well. It's
Yeah?
summer break, so I'm pretty
Enjoying your
excited.
summer break?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Kind
So
of.
can you share with us how everything's going with Teen Post?
Yeah, everything's going great. I'll just give you a rundown about what Teen Post really is. So Teen Post is a project that is a student-run, you could put it into terms that it's a student-run newspaper online, so that we give students an opportunity to write articles about whatever they really want. So this can go from sports to entertainment to lifestyle, and they can just share their ideas on these topics through articles, and these articles are uploaded to our website, and students from across the valley, across CCSD, and across really just Las Vegas can read these articles, comment on them, and interact with kids with the same mindset.
Okay, great. So are you guys recruiting writers now, or do you two actually write for Teen Post?
Yes, so all three of us, Caroline, Madeline, and I, all write for the website. We just recruited 7 writers, so right now we have a base team of 10 people,
Wow.
and we really just wanted 10 writers to start the website off, get the website off the ground, really. But we still are actively recruiting writers, and we would love anyone to join our team.
So you guys locked up the domain name, right?
Yes, we did. Our domain name is teenpost.net, so TEENPOST.net. So yeah,
Okay.
it's not published yet, but July 2nd is our launch date, and we'll have more information about a launch party with our website. So
All
yeah.
right, awesome. So Mandalay, what's your genre? What do you like to write about?
I am really interested in health and lifestyle and that sort of thing. I play tennis and I'm very active, so I'd like to share my passion with other students, especially since a lot of kids, I feel like, have been stuck at home and they haven't been getting out, haven't been active, and especially during summer, I really want to share some of that and some of my passion.
Great. And where you're going? And you go to school at?
I go to West Korean Technical Academy, and I'm a rising junior.
Okay, great. Do you play tennis for the school? Or?
I do, and I also play year-round.
Okay, fantastic. So what are you going to touch on, like the nutrition piece? So you're into the athletic piece, the exercise piece?
I think it's super important, and I think a lot of kids just aren't really aware of what's good for them, and being online hasn't helped. A lack of PE and that sort of thing,
Exactly.
and kids were also just not around with their friends, not running around outside and having that sort of experience.
It's great. So Sonny, what's some of your topics?
Sports is definitely my forte, but I would be willing to write about anything, but definitely sports is my forte. I love football, basketball, local sports, high school sports, college sports, so sports is definitely going to be what I'm focused on.
Do you play for any of the Clark teams?
I play for the Clark tennis team, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we all play tennis.
Tennis?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I
That's
love
awesome.
tennis. So, on the health and fitness arena, so what do you advocate for health and fitness? Like, you write specifically for teenagers, or you write in general, or?
I feel like more general for ideas of how to get outside and how to be more active.
Yes.
As well as just like tips to increase wellness and nutrition.
Yeah.
Because nutrition is very personalized to each person, but I think there are just some general things that kids could just know more about.
Yeah, I think the really big message is just get off the couch.
Right.
You know, it's safe to get outside now. It's time. I mean, it's 112 outside.
115 when I got there.
It's the edge of the sun right now today, but still, I mean, if you get outside in the morning or wait till nighttime and take your dog for a walk or just start with the basics, that's really great.
I love that you are educating other people in your age space. It's not adults sort of talking at people in the health and fitness. Health and fitness is big for me. Behind me, I have a Bosu ball and a stability ball.
No, he's for real.
Show us your guns, baby.
I was
Dude,
a
he's so
NASA
jacked.
coach.
He's so jacked right now.
Show us, flex.
So we've been trying to develop a program to walk the strip and walk parks. People that are interested. A lot of us gained a few extra pounds during COVID.
Watch.
But we would love. I mean, I love the fact that I
Fat
love,
shaming in front of my friends.
Oh my god! I love
It's a
that
good
the
thing I love
content
you,
is
man.
directed to it, especially health and fitness. That really, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? I think it's easier to digest that way.
Right.
I do have a question about the Dragon Kim Foundation in terms of. So you're mentoring. This Teen Post is just one part of it. You're just
Correct.
mentoring students to sort of excel. That's the
Yeah.
idea.
So this is a project, and there was 3 teams from Nevada, and there was another. The other 2. One was doing fashion, or what was the one out of Boulder City doing?
They're doing Partners Through the Pandemic, so they're sending like care packages to people in Boulder City, just increasing awareness about COVID and the pandemic overall.
And then there was another young lady. She's doing a pop-up health clinic for the homeless. So
Okay.
and she's
Wow,
only one person. She
fantastic.
doesn't have a team of 3.
Wow, fantastic.
So the Dragon Kim Foundation will give these groups for community service seed money if they need it to start and promote their program or their community service program. And that's why I really am very passionate about it, because I've been in Nevada or Las Vegas 25 years, and we see the community. Look at what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Look at what's happened during 9/11, 2008 financial crisis, COVID.
Yeah.
Vegas bounces back.
October 1.
October 1, and the community is there, and people think Vegas is not, but it's very community driven. You
That's
you
it.
know it, and I know
No,
it.
100%.
Yeah.
I think for a long time people forget it's a very transient community as well. As a lot of people plug in part time, but we have worked over the last, since I've been here about 30 years, 31 years, and I've seen the evolution of Vegas as a real community. Many years ago, people would come to Vegas and they still wouldn't call Vegas home.
Yep.
You know, Vegas for them was just a place that they worked. You know, their home is still New York or somewhere else. Like for me, I always called Los Angeles home for a long time. And now Vegas is my home.
Yes.
You know, Vegas has the Smith Center was one of the things that sort of advanced my concept of, you know, we have our own Philharmonic. You know, we have our own arts and community, and this is exactly, you know, for many years, education here was sort of like head against wall kind of experience. It was, you know, having to figure how do we figure this out? How do we get people into the gaming space? Vegas became known as the dropout center.
Yes.
You know, for high school, you didn't have to graduate high school. You could be a dealer. You didn't have to have, the bar was low, you know.
Yes.
But now you have a hospitality program, you know, at UNLV. You have an actual degree, which makes sense because a gaming career is a fantastic career, and there's lots of levels. I mean, look at this. Look at both of you.
Yeah, it's been a great.
And starting here.
Jim's is the greatest example, though.
I
Because,
mean, really?
No, seriously,
Yeah.
not because he's my friend. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he dominated from the operation side and the vendor sales side.
Oh.
I mean, at really,
Yep.
really high levels.
No, very high levels.
To be able to find time to give back to what you're doing here is
Yeah,
really,
no, it's great.
really awesome. And I mean, when
that's
you
it.
called me, it was like, wow, what a great idea. And because I know that David and Alex,
It's
Casino Education Group, they're dedicated to education and putting their own scholarship
And the
programs
community.
together.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're trying to lower the bar so people can become, I mean, lower the bar in the sense of access.
Yeah.
We want people to be able to contribute and be part of the community. And you do that by eliminating a lot of the costs. You do that with mentoring. You do that with information. A lot of times, information is really the power. Information is the way forward, whatever it is in whatever form, right?
Yeah.
So I love that this is a thing. For someone like yourself who really could have other things on their plate.
Yeah, no, I
You
got
know what
2
I mean?
kids and a wife and
Yeah,
now a dog.
that's it. You know, and I don't think people realize, but it takes a community like this. It takes an effort. It takes you guys. You guys are, by the way, fantastically articulate.
Oh, thank
Like,
you.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine how well you write. I'm
Jim,
sure
you're
a lot
3
of
for
people.
3 with your guests.
I mean,
No,
it really
and
is.
thank you. It's a privilege, and
Yeah.
I really think they should highlight also some of the things of why you started it because of what's happened with students in Clark County. I mean, you guys mentioned it at your last training a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so in CCSD, starting in March, the suicide rates, well, starting in March of 2020,
Yep.
the suicide rates increased. There were 19 suicides starting in March.
Yep.
And we think that's because of a lack of social, a lack of, social interaction, social isolation due to COVID.
Yep.
So we thought that writing is a great way to bring people together, but also give yourself a way to express yourself.
Right.
So that's why we created
That's
Teen Post,
fantastic.
giving an outlet for people to talk about what they really like, what they appreciate, but also having the common aspect in which people can actually interact with the writers, interact with each other, and just discuss about these different topics.
Yeah, it's what I think is really brilliant about your idea is that folks your age respond to folks your age.
Right.
I mean, it's really tough for me to tell somebody walk through that door. And I mean, you've got
Yes.
kids. You tell your kids walk through that door, you'll get $1 million. Walk through that door, you're going to get cracked in the head.
Yeah.
They're still not going to door number 1.
'Cause
You know
we
what I
told
mean?
them.
But because you told them or I told them. But if one of their buddies tells them, they're going to knock door number 1 down.
Yeah.
I think it's really a great message. The other part that I thought was really pretty cool was you guys are going to be in some kind of a competition,
Yeah.
right? With the California side.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah,
do we
go
make
ahead,
sure
man.
that you guys bring home the gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
Not
in
that I'm
Vegas.
competitive or anything like
No,
that, but
no.
it's like,
So go ahead and talk to that.
second
Mark.
is the first loser. You know that, right?
There is a challenge in September, and it's called the Dragon Challenge, and that's where every service project within our cohort, we're the 5th cohort for the Dragon Kim Fellowship. We're going to be presenting our project and what it means to us, and whether that's a presentation, a skit, anyway we think is best in front of a panel of judges, and we're going to be graded, and that's part of our score, but that's only a small part. There's also going to be project visitations, which for us is just somebody visiting obviously the online site, and then if we have some sort of event, like somebody said, like a launch party or a get together with our team, they would maybe travel to Vegas, or they would join us through Zoom, and we also get a score on that. So we're really excited for that, and to since there's only 3 teams from Nevada and there's a lot more from California, we really want to prove ourselves, and we're super excited.
Okay, so how can there's going to be a lot of folks watching this after a couple weeks, right? So what message would you want to give to the folks that are watching? How could they support the project, support your project, and support the foundation?
I mean, I definitely think promotion's one of our biggest things, like promoting the website to as many people as possible. Since our website isn't up yet, donations are a little harder to receive, but we definitely would appreciate donations, and that'll be a facet of our website. But definitely promotion is our number one thing. We want to partner with CCSD to get the website to as many people as possible, not only to write on it, but to read the articles, because that's really important. That's our main goal, to reach as many people as possible our age. So definitely promotion, and then donations eventually are our two main goals with our, reaching this audience.
When do you guys see, if you look in your crystal ball tonight, when do you see your launch party?
Oh, July 2nd.
It's a date?
Yeah, July 2nd.
So
for
lock
sure.
it in.
It's
Yeah,
locked in?
Yeah, July 2nd.
Okay,
Final
great.
answer.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Where do you plan on having where is the launch party?
It would have to be on Zoom probably.
Yeah.
Just because I think Caroline will be traveling, and I think it's just easier for all of our writers to meet more safely on Zoom.
Right,
We
to
wish we could
interact.
have maybe a real in-person launch party, but that may come down the line later.
Yeah,
Would
interesting.
would folks out in the audience be able to interact through the Zoom platform also, and wish you guys good luck and maybe make a donation or something like
yeah,
that?
definitely. We have an Instagram. It's TeenPostNV. Definitely check us out. We aren't as active right now, but we're going to get really active on there, and we're going to promote our Zoom launch party for our friends, family, and then any donations or donors. That would be great. Yeah.
That's fantastic. There's a lot of really great folks out there. I was here, Casino Quest just celebrated their official grand
Oh,
opening
wow.
a couple weeks ago, and it was insane in here. And I was blown away by the energy and just the feeling of community of how many of the folks that participate and support not only the channel but what David and Alex are doing, because I think they really buy into what you guys are promoting here.
Yeah.
And to have young folks like yourself, because your topic of the teen suicide is a national. The nation understands that. I was watching Joe Rogan the other day, and it was on. He was talking about it, that how and his big thing was too that these young folks can't get out of the house, they can't socialize, missing their friends. I mean, it's a tragic thing, and I just give you guys a ton of credit for really not putting your head in the sand, for really getting out there and trying to unite the community and unite your fellow students. That's really awesome.
Thank you so much.
You guys deserve a lot of credit.
Thank you.
No doubt. The number one reason we exist, our success, was people that come here tell us that during COVID, we were a source to get sort of out of their space. Even though they were on their couch, they got to share that experience with us. Me and Alex and a few other people, we actually Zoomed and Twitched, and we did these sort of live interactive gameplays. You could be at home and tell us, it was a way to play craps or blackjack, but more importantly, I think it was a way for people just to interact with other people and do something the same way you play I play MMOs, World of Warcraft, Lord of the Rings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there was a time when I was very sick, and for me it was a window into another world. It was a way for me to get out of my space. I just read that article about the suicides today, especially with young people,
Yeah.
and I think you're 100% correct. I mean, that's amazing. That's the inspiration. That's just fantastic, because that plays very well. I mean, this is a very productive way to spend your time. It's a very fruitful way to be engaged, right?
Yeah.
And this is why we exist, quite literally. This is, as a business, if you guys know sort of where we started, we're a school. I was a dealer. 4 years ago, I was standing behind a table dealing dice. I just love dealing craps. Craps is this game over here. You guys might not be familiar. You haven't gambled yet, I hope.
There's no way they're not 18.
But yeah.
They're
But we started from
21.
a very simple place, and we draw from that same experience during COVID. We almost went out of business. We have a school we have a school, and we have this, and we quite literally had to shut everything down. And the only thing we knew to do was interact with the few fans we had online, and try to give our students something to do. So we knew people were bored. We were bored. It was a way for us to get out of the house too. You follow?
Right.
And so I think for some people that was a lifeline. I mean, amazingly, people have actually communicated that directly. And I think for you guys, I think it's a fantastic thing. Get more people writing and articulating. Communication is king nowadays.
100%.
The ability to communicate
The
effectively.
power of social media is just off the charts, and your demographic dominates it,
Oh, yeah.
understands it,
100%.
loves it. I mean, I'm amazed you guys don't have your phones in your hand right now.
Right next to
Buzzing away.
right?
Oh, God.
I'm giving you extra credit for not holding it. That's really great.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
Good stuff,
Okay, guys. Anything else that you'd like to share?
Anything
with
you want to highlight? Or?
Anything? Because
We would love to have, we'll, I think, first of all, we have plenty of space here at the mall. We have a private event space as well.
Oh, wow.
So we'd be more than happy to contribute that at some point if you guys
Oh.
have an event you want to do
Okay.
or some fundraising. I think a lot of people, plus between me and Scott and Jim, we're very plugged into the community, and I think we need to start really guilting a lot of the
Yeah,
community into that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think we should start our own challenge.
Yeah.
And I'll get it started, no problem. I promise I'm going to call in on July 2nd.
Okay,
Okay?
yeah, of
And
course.
then I'm going to shame and
Yeah.
and challenge everybody I know in the casino world to match.
Thank
How's
you
that?
so
How
much.
does that go?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. Thank you.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if
Okay.
there was anything I had to say, we have to give a lot of credit to Jim. He's helped us a lot.
Oh,
a lot
thanks.
of credit to the Dragon Kim Foundation. They've helped us a lot, trained us, and just credit to Mandalay and Caroline. We've worked really hard on this, so we're really proud of it.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I mean, he's a special friend of mine.
We love
but
Jim.
I tell you, you guys are really, really fortunate to have somebody like him giving back his time, because he could really add value to this program and to your careers. But I can't tell you how impressed David and I are with
I am.
the three mentees that
Oh,
you
no,
brought
thank
in
you,
here.
yes.
You guys are really awesome. Keep it going. Best of luck.
Yeah.
And if you really need help, you got our you know how to reach us.
I mean,
Yeah.
reach out.
I need his card though.
We got his card. I got your card. I got your card. Yeah, we're here. I mean, don't forget that. You have to communicate. Find your voice. Let your voice lead the way. If you have a need, you got to say you might get a no every now and then, but you got to always ask. That's the ask.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
no.
much.
Thank you though.
Thank
And
you
I
We
for
also-
really
having us.
appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks again. We appreciate it. And like I said, it's the Team Post website, and then also the DragonKimFoundation.org.
Okay.
But thank you again. We always appreciate it. Keep doing what you guys are doing. I love it. Love it.
Fantastic.
We're really proud of
All
you
right,
guys.
thank you guys
Take
very
care.
much.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Have a
All right,
great day.
enjoy.
You too.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go home and see your family,
I
Jim.
do owe you a
Flying out
card.
tomorrow morning.
I know.
Yeah.
Spend some
Wow.
time with the wife, will you? Take care, Sonny. See you, man. Can't delay. Bye-bye.
All right, see you guys. Bye. He's literally got his luggage for us.
For real, my man's wheeling his bag out of here.
I know. Wow. Yeah,
Pretty
no,
cool. Great stuff.
good
huh?
stuff, dude. I mean, really is. So I know some of you guys have already commented as far as the Dragon. I mean, the Dragon Kim Foundation is sort of, making a play. They're providing mentors. They're trying to promote, young people finding their aspiration, building careers for themselves. I mean, it's a fantastic. Here in Nevada, obviously, we need lots of that.
Yeah.
We need lots of this, good community. And by the way, Jim, he's big. I mean, really. I mean, the fact that he's sort of giving back, and this can't be
Dude,
a
my
little time.
man
It's
was
a lot
vice
of time.
president of Bellagio.
I know. So
okay?
I mean,
he's King Kong at
he
IGT. now.
really is.
You know,
And
he's paid his dues.
dude, that's love, man.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's love. That's
But isn't it
empathy.
just great to see super high quality young people?
Scares the crap
all-
out
all-
of me.
No, I love it, man.
I'm gonna be fired in
'Cause,
like
I mean,
10 years.
How many stories do you hear about?
Yeah.
Oh, this kid went sideways, or this
Yep,
and that. But,
tons.
there's got to be more positive promotion of the students and the young folks that are really doing well.
Yep.
And those three young ladies are really, really doing a great job.
Dude, amazing. The level of articulation is beyond what I remember anything in high school for myself. So that's a plus. The very fact that I think that they're challenging them to be, better. And I think when people are given the challenge, most people are better. When I met Dennis, he was a blob. Okay, a blob. Look at him now. He's like this machine. He's like this efficient,
He's unbelievable.
unbelievable machine. All right. We have a couple things we're going to have to say. First, we got to say hello to everybody out there. Alan Toy, stop bugging us about your strategies. We got your strategies, buddy. Alan Toy is like, listen, I'm a paycheck. I think we've done like 9 of his strategies. We love you, Alan, but we can't do all your strategies, buddy. All right. We want to say hello to everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today. And I'm here, of course, with my good friend Scott. We got a lot of news A lot of news, a lot of good chatter around Vegas. We're going to talk about today. We got a lot of things to go over. But first, let's just say we have. Okay, let's finish this thing. Let's just say number one, we're all about community. So I know you got, and I don't mean that in a simple way. I mean that in a real way. I mean that in a visceral way. I mean that in a very, Vegas for a long time has sort of suffered from being like, anyways, it's our community. This is my home. I love living here. I love the fact that there's, lots of things to do. I hate the fact that education hasn't always been a priority, but I love that we're now, I think, getting more and more focused. Very often now, years ago, we were the butt of a lot of jokes. The dropout rate here was very high, upwards of 50%. That's how high. It was absurd because there was literally zero incentive to go through high school here in Vegas. Many cases, you just went to a lot of parents, by the way, would send their kids to other jurisdictions. Would literally, if you could, you would send your kid to Los Angeles.
You think the transient piece was
No, I'm sure the fact that there were a lot of people not living here permanently. It was a very transient type of group. And there have been amazing stories of people who have tried to change this dynamic, here in Vegas, tried to add to the education landscape, tried to incentivize the landscape. And then, along comes some key players, who have really kind of, played the game. One of them was the RJ guy, right? The Sun guy. Greenspun, yep. And what was the regent of the UNLV regent? Is that him? He led UNLV. He declined his salary. The TV. But anyways, there's been a few real central people who have kind of been very formative in the evolution of the space.
Wynn.
Mrs. Wynn. Oh yeah, fantastic. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So, now we have much better schools. We have charter schools. We have
Clark is
Clark.
big time. That's a big time.
We have magnet schools. We have these big nerd schools. He went to a big nerd school. I say big nerd, and I'm a big nerd, but I mean a school where you can get technical, vocational training.
Dude, but you're jacked.
I'm a jack nerd.
He's a jack nerd.
I was always like a weird nerd jock kind of thing. I would run track, play tennis, and anyways. Yeah. So it's one of those things, yeah. But I love that. I love that we've come, and now we have like guys like Bo Bernard.
Oh.
Dude, I read all his stuff. So if you don't know Bo, because everybody that's in education in Vegas knows Bo. If you're in gaming, you know Bo. But he was sort of the inspiration behind the hospitality hall. And he's really made Vegas a destination for everything gaming.
International Gaming Institute.
Yep.
He's the big boss.
He's
over
the
there,
guy.
Executive director.
Yep.
He's been promoted a couple times over at UNLV now. He might be number 2 in command of the whole university. But he does an unbelievable job. Did I tell you about?
No.
I was in Macau, and I saw that he was going to be the keynote speaker, and I gave him a buzz, and he got me all set up. He was the keynote speaker at G2E Asia, and he absolutely crushed it, man. He hit it out of the park.
Good.
And I'm talking to him, and we went. I hosted him. We went all over Macau. I showed him all around. We had an unbelievably great time, and we're sitting down and having a little discussion later on. And I said to him, Dr. Bo, I mean, you've been all over the place. What was your most challenging, most special speech you ever had to give? And he was in Russia and actually had to do a speech at the Kremlin.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine?
No.
I forget what it had to be some kind of gaming topic,
really,
or bringing gaming in, or problem gambling, or however it was. But I'm talking to him, and he said that's the only time that he was really a little bit nervous before he had
at the Kremlin.
Yeah,
was like Putin in the.
I don't know who was in there.
Really,
dude. If you're in the Kremlin, all the leaders are in there, right?
Yeah, they're all there.
But I said, how'd it go? He goes, the big boss got up and said that was not good. That was great.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
So it's like he hits it out of the park and over, everywhere he goes.
Yeah. No.
I'm just a big fan. I've always, I was fortunate enough. My last class at UNLV was with Dr. Bo. He was like my last capstone course for my master's degree. Wow. And just to be in his classroom and to feel his energy and the way he conducts himself all the time, he's just he's just such a pro. It's really awesome being around him.
Yeah, he's so growing up in this town, I knew a lot of people that worked like hotel reservations, right? And UNLV of course got their hotel management course, and for in the very beginning it was looked on as like, hey, you start at the front desk and that's how you become hotel management. Why do you need a course? I mean, you need to know how to book a room. I mean, but it is a course, and it's a legitimate course, and it helps you run operations. He's created all this legitimacy with that whole gaming, with that hospitality part of this program.
Yeah. Dean Shoemaker, Stowe Shoemaker, he's the dean at Hospitality Hall. So there's really two major pieces going on. There's the International Gaming Institute, the IGI, where when the world needs help with gaming, they come here.
No, that's
so I mean,
100%.
if you're a new jurisdiction like Saipan and you want to open up a casino, we want to have a casino. So how do we do that?
Yeah.
You call Dr. Bo and you
It's
fly
amazing.
in and we get you coached up.
Yeah.
So and then at to your point, you start out at the front desk. In every job, in every position, in every profession, there's an entry-level position.
Right.
Unless your parents own the joint.
That's right.
Right? Now, not everybody's fortunate enough to be last name be Wynn or Adelson, right?
Yeah.
So if your name's not Wynn or Adelson, you got to start out in an entry-level position. But if you're an employer and you're looking at two resumes,
right?
And resume number one has a hospitality degree from UNLV, the #1 hospitality program in America, full stop. Number 2 in the world, full stop. And then you have the high school graduate. Who are you picking?
Or the not high school graduate.
Or the not high school graduate.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing bad about just being a high school graduate. But if you're an employer, and I've had the opportunity to hire many, many, many people.
Yep.
And if I see UNLV,
I'm in.
100%. Not that I'm biased or anything like that.
No, not that you're biased. But that's the thing. Now you have an incentive to finish high school.
But it moves the needle.
It moves the needle.
Yeah,
that's it. You want to move your needle. It's a very competitive market. Get through high school, graduate.
And another thing about that is, and I tell you this all the time, me working at UNLV, and I've only been there for a cup of coffee. I've been there for 4 semesters. But when I have to go out into the community and ask for help or ask for anything, help being, can you come and do a guest lecture? Can you help me out with, I'm going to record classes now. Can you come in and be my content expert? Or can you come and give me 10 dealers to facilitate my lab? The answer is always yes. The community really responds, and it's really great. And it makes me feel good that when I ask, it's not like I'm begging. I'm asking, and folks just say, yeah, Trent. When I called the first time, I cold called Trent, dude.
Oh, I believe it.
I cold called Trent, and he was amazing, amazing. My first semester, he was a major piece of helping me get through my first semester. I love that guy.
So I showed up at the military. I had dropped out of high school. I was an honor student. In fact, a member of the National Honor Society, and I had already taken some credits at Boston College while I was in high school. I mean, I was AP student. Towards the end, had some issues and just said screw it. And I didn't have any mentoring. I didn't have any support. I had no incentive, zero. So I always assumed I would come back, but I didn't know what I would do, and I dropped out. And the story goes, for those of you who have been on Patreon and done my 90-part origin story, I ran away to Mexico. I literally got in my car, drove my car. I'm 17 years old, and I drive down to Mexico into Guatemala.
So Dennis really is your son.
He could be. I could have a few extra children out there. I drove into Guatemala City, all the way to Guatemala in a Ford Escort GT from literally back in the day. And I was just a confused young person. This is why what gaming has done for me is just amazing. The fact that I even have a job is quite something. The fact that I have a house and clothes and food, I mean, but anyway, so
and a couple businesses,
yes. So I came back from that, and I was still so lost. And not only was I lost, I had to, I had a few things that needed to be resolved. And I show up at the recruiter, and the recruiter's like, well, you're not a high school grad. I scored off the chart when it came to, I was still the AP student, right? So, I won't go into my scores, but they were high. And so, but he was like, listen, I can't do anything with your scores because you don't have a high school diploma.
You know what that's all about?
Huh?
You didn't finish.
I didn't
what you
finish.
started. You
No,
didn't finish what you
100%.
started, and they didn't want you to start boot camp
Yep.
and not finish.
So they sent me to this community college. They put me on early entry because I wasn't even 18. So they put me on early entry. I was at the MEP Center, and they literally were shuttling me over to this community college to finish my GED, which I did. And then boom, I was already recruited at basic infantry, 11 Bravo, but then I was able to sort of upgrade it, my MOS, my job, become a dragon gunner, and then RTO, this kind of thing. And then, of course, I did go to basic training, and I did make it. I did stay, and I ended up being deployed to Fort Ord and so forth and so on. But, I had lots of anxiety as I got older, trying to figure out, of course, what my path was, and always it was I didn't have a family to kind of rely on. I didn't have a father, that kind of thing. So, I was kind of like, that's why I ended up in the Church of Scientology. I mean, what I'm saying? I really, this is why I love this kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff because you have a guy right now who is invested in the lives of some young people. And even if they have families, and one of them had a mother because she was out there taking pictures, right? And I'm sure the other one has a mother. I'm not trying to say that, but they have support, God, it's so tight. But that's why they can look at him and see him, and he's the real deal. He was a VP of Bellagio. That's big in this town. That's big. That's big. And they have people like you and people like Bo who have this path with these big bright lights and say, listen, you can do this. And I mean, when I say that, I'm that guy. Because when I met people like you, this business for me was that. In small little step, I met Sal Bruno when I was breaking into Golden Gate and laid it on the line for me. This is what I needed to be a dice dealer. If I wanted to have fun, wanted to make in this business, and it went on and on and on, one little step at a time until here I am today. I mean, quite literally. Can you imagine? Like, I would never have guessed this. When I was sitting in Guatemala City, trying to figure out I was trying to go south. I was trying to sell the car and go south. I wanted to get away from everything. I didn't know what I wanted. I mean, I just had no direction. And I mean, not only do they have direction, but they have someone to help them maybe avoid some pitfalls, maybe avoid some things, help them so that they can, have this path and be articulate. You know what I mean? Find their voice. No?
Dude, now I know why your mom was so proud when I met her at the grand opening. She was pumped up, man.
Dude,
super proud of her.
I mean, everybody, when I was young, going through high school, there was a lot of promise. But so what? I mean, you talk about potential. You can have all the potential world. If you don't deliver, if you don't execute, no one cares. You don't care. You follow? Like, I was so tired. By the way, for those of you who don't know, my last name is Knoll. And I'm not related to Chuck Knoll, but I am related to C.I. Knoll, who was a dean at Penn State. He was the founder of some of the universities there, or some of the colleges at Penn State. He was a brilliant, brilliant man. He was my grandfather. And let me tell you, the pressure of having him as your intellectually was tough. And that's one of the reasons that I was an AP student, but also one of the reasons why I broke when he died. That was my last mentor. And so ultimately, where was I going to go? You know what I mean? That's why I flew in the wind for so long. I didn't have that. I needed a gym. I needed a Dragon Kim Foundation. I needed, you know what I mean? I found gaming. I found dice. I found craps. That's what I found. Craps for me was the way forward. Anyways, there you go, sir. I hope I didn't bore everybody. Alan Toy is the real son of David. Oh, my God. Yeah. Were you Tom Cruise's simp? I tried to get into celebrity. I'm no longer with them, by the way. I think I'm an SP. But, yeah, I tried to get into celebrity org. They wouldn't let me in. I walked up there literally as a Scientologist on like this half Sunday, and I just assumed I can go in there because you're allowed to visit the other orgs. They call them orgs within Scientology, or a little big. That org, not so much. You can't go into that one. You can't go into the one where L. Ron Hubbard's being reincarnated and writing books all the time either. That one's off limits. That one's secret. Okay, anyways, back to the show, sir. Let me talk about this one. I'm gonna hand it over to you. We got
to pay some bills.
We got to pay some bills. Okay, ready? Number one is, if you're interested in becoming a dealer and saving your life like it saved me, we have casinoquest.skilltrain.com. We're throwing that out there. Blackjack, roulette, and Baccarat. If you want a real easy way to get started, it's $99 for each course, and you can even get a certification, and you get yourself squared away. And we're working with casinos now that are adding Class 3 to kind of roll out this program, this online Casino Quest Academy. And all it is for you to learn how to deal. But if you're a player, it could be an interesting take as well. So it's got, they're really pretty deep courses. It's Alex, Lauren, myself, and it's a lot of really good information. And for $100, it's an easy win. If you take the course online and decide to come to our school, we give you $50 off for each course, so half, which is more than we make on each course. So there you go. Okay. Next up is, don't forget that we have a Patreon site. So if you're looking for more content about us, we have a Patreon site. It's patreon.com/Casino Quest, I think, or right? Is it My Casino Quest? Anyway, look up Casino Quest, and then we also have our Casino Quest YouTube channel. And then if you're interested in merch, all that stuff, it's casinoquest.biz. We got to get rid of this spread shop or whatever it is, this thing over here. We got our own merch. Come visit us at Casino Quest. We got plenty of merch. We got all sizes too. All sizes. All right.
Okay, not all sizes.
We don't have XXS. We don't have Dennis's size. We got to order that special. He's the extra small size because we don't have a lot of extra small fans. We have Alan Toy out there, but he wears big clothes, so.
Buffets are
good.
back, baby.
Buffets are.
We
We're
don't
getting
have
to
those
that.
smalls. We
We're
don't
getting to
have
that.
those smalls.
All right. So here we got today. First 100 likes, we're gonna give away the lanyard. First 100 likes. If we get 100 likes, you got a lanyard. If we get 200 likes, we're gonna give you the club check. These two, the club check, both of them, both of our grand opening checks, club check and the red check. That's for 200 likes. I'll also give you a lanyard too. And if you haven't gotten your stuff, I think most of Dennis sent out almost everybody's stuff. If you haven't got his stuff, it's because you didn't send us your email or your address, or you're planning on coming here to pick it up. So one of those, right? We got everybody? I mean, he went through like the video, in fact, and tried to. Okay. Next up is this. For every, what is it? $10 super chat? We'll only get 70%. $15 super chat. For every $15 super chat, in this, we already got a $5 sip, poor bastard. Hit the like, yes, and every $15 super chat, we're gonna send you the whole set of checks, all 5 Casino Quest checks, $15. And remember, we are building our scholarship fund. Our scholarship fund is going to go to both, right now it's going to CEG students. We've already been able to mitigate the cost. We have on CEG right now, we have $6.99 all 4 courses. 6 months, all 4 courses. You get to 2 classes, and I got you a job. We have over 300 jobs at casinos here locally, so fast that our school is clearing out, not daily, but like on a regular basis. So $6.99 used to be $7.99 or $8.50. It's $6.99 all 4 main classes now. The only other thing is we have a fantastic new single zero instructor. So if you need to upgrade, you want to get to that Bellagio, Aria, Cosmo, that kind of thing, SR is big. Single zero, you got to have it. We have an instructor that has been around for a very long time. He's fantastic. He was able to actually recognize the difference between English and the English version of SR versus the French version of SR. Like, who knows these things? It's a zero. I mean, I got to sit and watch some of his class today, and he's one of these just brilliant individuals that he has his hands folded, he's sitting there, he's so patient. Love it. So we're gonna have him plugging in all the time. So we're gonna have, it's 3 to 6 Tuesday and Wednesday, single zero. You can sign up. It's it's on there. It's on the website, cegdealers.com. It's on the website. And now let's get to Halster. There we go. Fantastic. Hi, Halster. Halster's been around a long time. Good fan. Super fan. We got a bunch of super fans here. All right.
It was
So,
awesome meeting all these
Toothpick.
people.
More chipsets. All right, Toothpick. Thank you, sir.
Toothpick.
They have both their addresses. So
Toothpick Ted, right?
Yeah, Toothpick Ted. Hey, where's my other stuff from? We had Craps Hawaii, dude.
I saw it.
We had Let It Roll and Craps Hawaii today.
you ready to catch?
No, because my drink's gonna fall. Okay, here. And where's the checks? Where are the checks that he had here? Holy crap! Those are my collectibles. I know, but come on down. What a salesman! Thank you, sir. Well, we gotta pay some bills.
Crafts Hawaii
Do you have the checks? I need the checks, dude, because that's big. The easy check and the other check.
It's a large. You can keep it.
Oh God, it's not gonna go. Dennis. All right, hold on a second. All right, you talk for a minute, because I gotta find these checks, because that's big. You have no idea how big, because if you guys didn't already know, I'm a huge fan of Mel's, like huge fan of Mel's. And hold on a second. Oh,
There he goes.
I'm
They're
out.
on the
I'm
look.
out. I gotta find these checks, dude. 100% gotta find the checks. Oh. I know you had to move everything. Where's the checks? They're right on the top.
Maybe they're with the chocolate-covered macadamia nuts.
All right, well, give him some chatter. Give him some chatter while we're looking over here. Yeah, I need those. Yeah, I need the easy checks, the 2 checks.
So this guy comes into the library and starts talking to the librarian, and the librarian says, "Shh, sir, what are you doing? This is a library."
He goes, what?
He's
all right,
this.
stand by, guys.
All right.
Here,
So-
tell him about,
So the guy comes. You ready for this one? The guy comes into the library, walks up to the librarian, and says, "I'll take a cheeseburger, French fries, and a Coke." And the librarian goes, "Sir, this is a library." And he goes, "Oh, okay. I'll take a cheeseburger, French fries, and a Coke." No, no good,
No,
No, just no.
dude.
we're still looking for these checks.
We'll find them later.
All right, we'll find them later. All right, here, I'm back.
Toothpick Ted, what's going on
man.
out there, man?
Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, we're gonna have Dennis actually looking for these checks nonstop. I'm a huge fan of Mel's and Let It Roll. I've been watching Mel literally forever. He dropped off one of his easy checks, and he gave me his last one actually. So if you haven't been over, it's Craps Hawaii. We had like the whole crew over here, which was fantastic. And of course, he also gave me a T-shirt, which is literally right here.
It's beautiful too.
And yeah, it's fantastic.
It's too small.
It's too small for you? I think it'll fit me.
Yeah, you got a winner.
Yeah, no, good.
You're so
All right,
jacked.
I don't know where this damn check is. Oh my God, here we go. I found them.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
smokes, they're under the keyboard, dude.
Dennis,
All
what'd
right,
you do
Dennis.
with those checks?
Yeah, Dennis is gonna be. We're gonna be doing some spanking.
Blame it on your son. Go ahead.
Well, I gotta blame everything on my son. Why not? Why have a son? That's why we have sons, sir. Let's get it straight. We have sons to get us beer and take all responsibility for all of our mistakes. That way we can relieve ourselves. It's like, it's almost like having. No, I shouldn't get it. All right.
Don't start.
Don't start. Okay, let's go. Ready? We got Let It Roll, no fear. Let It Roll, no fear. But here's a little secret. He does have a little fear. You know who has no fear is Mel. But we love you guys. We're working on some content. We're gonna hook up with both. All the content creators. There's only one content creator we're probably not gonna be too involved with.
What's up with the $130 chip?
So it's the easy. It's his own thing. So who knows what the easy is? I know what the easy is. You ready? Mel has a whole new way of looking at the game. It's $35 on the 5 and 9 and $30 each on the 6 and 8. It's $130 action. So you got
so
70 and 60, 130 bucks.
So he just throws in the 130 check and he's
Yeah,
got you covered?
that's it. So yeah, you throw in 130 and boom, you get started. But he also has. I was talking to Mel today, so I finally got to meet him, and I've been really honestly, I'm a big fan of dice. So when I started out on YouTube, the first thing I went to was other dice channels, believe it or not. And he has, in terms of being a player for me, I love how he has a very unique perspective on the game. I mean, he has different ways of playing that you wouldn't normally associate without it being too funky. You know what I mean? There's some people have really, 11 bets going and, a lot of things going on. Mel keeps it easy, quite literally. He's a very aggressive player, but he wants you to get out and things. Anyways, it was really a fantastic. I had a great time. We were here I only had an hour because I had to get to school and teach class. But Let It Roll. They both have YouTube channels. Let It Roll and Craps Hawaii. Craps Hawaii. Fantastic. Anyways, all right. Wow, we got some. Holy smokes. Let's roll this back real quick. We got some super chats. Should I say that again? $15 super chat. We're going to send you the whole chip set. Yeah, because it's $10 the chip set. And so given shipping, we got to ship it, so we'll break about even. So that way everybody gets something. And we can say we made all this money on super chats. Oh, email. Oh, you got to email info@cegdealers.com. You got to info@cegdealers.com.
That's top two things.
What is it?
Their username on.
You need your username so we can track down the super chat.
You have to email their address.
And your address, your physical address where you can receive the stuff. So Holster, thank you. Toothpick, thank you. Floral Access, thank you, sir. And DJ Spam, it's the other peak beat. Okay, well there you go. Aloha. I don't know if I can read that whole thing. We'll let everybody just imagine the other. Okay, and then we got Gerard Lazo. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Gerard Lazo. Yes, and then anyone else who'd like them. Holy crap. Sightseeing South. Don't spend this off as seriously. The cause fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. People forget we're a school, by the way. Like even those guys that were here today, I told them I gotta go teach my students. I love my diet. I'm never gonna give it up. I might step back a little bit, but I'm always gonna be teaching over there. Love
I
it.
saw you in action, man. It's really cool.
It's fantastic.
I like the part where you just break it down into all the situations. It's not just like paying 6 and 8. You're talking about taking care of a fill. You're talking about doing credits. You're talking about
all of it.
protecting your own, protecting yourself, and you know, before you sign to really look through it. That's really great. I mean, it's
everything.
I can't tell you how many times the supervisor just throws something down and like, here, sign it.
And you've never done it before.
And you never look, and you just, there you go.
No, right.
And hope that he had good math teaching.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And then
the next day you got to sign your write-up because you signed a document
they got no
that
choice.
wasn't correct.
That wasn't correct. You have to. They're gonna write you up. Even if your boss loves you, still gotta write you up. You got no choice. That's the rules. You know, I've worked at a lot of break-in houses.
No way.
Yeah, I have. I didn't have very much luck. I had no juice. I knew back in the day, a little juice helped you go a little far. Or a college education. I had neither of those, right? And so I got to see a lot of break-ins, and it was amazing because sometimes like you would start a game, and I remember starting a game one time, a dead game. They put a guy on the pole who had never dealt on a live dice game, and the guy's like, put down the lid. The lid is literally right in the middle of the game, and he had no idea what he was talking about. What do you mean put down the lid? Yeah. And where does it go? So I try to give everything. So that way when you get in the game, at least I've talked about it for a second. So even if it's, not something we practice putting down the lid or anything, you know what I mean? It's not so foreign. The other thing is literally with just the betting, the context of a player. I teach that a lot, the context of a player, so that you can be familiar with the kinds of presses, the kinds of back. Because, you know what a $6, a $6, $8, that's great. But now you got to deal to an actual person who has a strategy, and you have to be able to press it. And, we've seen that kind of, and that's what kind of gets people confused. So I show them all the strategies. I literally show them how people play, what people play, so they can see it, at least, run through it a few times. But yeah, I love it. It's fantastic. Well, you love it.
I love it too. I just wish I had the time to be over it. And be able to help participate, because there's a lot of value that you could be adding to these guys right before they get a chance. But I think the greatest thing is they get to come here and deal with live players. Yeah. Before there's opportunity to come here to Casino Quest. It's just an awesome business.
We're going to be moving some of those dealers over here. We've already have a few people interning, and some of them end up working. Jesse started out here as an intern. Now he works for us. Hey, Jesse. All right, ready? I'm going to grant this one. Dave N. Dave N. is a good fan, and we need a crazy Macau story. There's one really crazy Macau story that we've heard. But do you have any other crazy Macau stories? Like, can you throw out a quick one?
If it comes to me, I'll just...
Really?
Yeah, you caught me off guard.
I know. Well, okay, so when you can think of a crazy Macau story, he has a really super crazy Macau story that we put out there on Patreon. No, I think he went up on Patreon.
I don't know.
The gangster one.
The gangster one. Classic.
That was a classic.
Yeah, got my wife really upset too.
I know, your poor
She
wife.
didn't-
Is
she
Karen
didn't-
at home? She
No,
doesn't want to hear
she's
this
in
one.
Hawaii.
Oh, she's in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Karen's watching.
She's probably oh, really? She said something?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Hi, sweetie.
yeah. Let's just say Macau has got a different breed of player, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever run into some guy like that out here in Vegas? Like, if you did, they have to they have to downplay that, right?
That would have never got as far as it did here.
Here in Vegas, yeah.
Metro would have done
Lock
the
it
right
down.
thing.
Plus, you wouldn't have all the dealers just scared crapless to talk, right?
Yeah, I mean, the coolest thing about Macau was the sheer volume. I spent a lot of time. I was there for 3 years, and at least 2.5 years. One of my major focuses as the shift manager was on the mass floor. And when you talk about having 400 tables
Yeah.
and 37 pits,
Yeah.
we never lost.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah.
You got 400 tables and you never lost because there's so much
There's so much volume.
Yeah,
You
it
can
just-
take out all the action you want.
Yeah, we did. And they did the differential, so
What was the biggest Baccarat hands you guys took?
that I can remember was on the mass floor. It was probably 10,000.
Okay.
But they took major wagers upstairs.
Okay. What about upstairs? What do they take?
Dude,
Big. I'm Baccarat big, right?
yeah, I would say a couple 100,000 for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, I mean,
There was nothing bigger than Saipan, though.
Oh, Saipan
I
was
had two
bigger.
players in Saipan bet $1 million a hand.
Can we talk about why Saipan was bigger? No.
Real quick, I thought this was cute.
Yeah.
Karen sends a bunch of kissing emojis to you, Scott.
Oh, there you go, Carrie. A lot of kissing. It could be to me, sir. You don't know.
She really digs you, man.
I know. She could be a fan, dude. By this time, I mean,
She's a major
I hope she's a
fan.
fan. No, she's kissing me to the channel, but yeah, good.
Yeah.
Well, so it's like 90% Baccarat and then some Blackjack, right?
Yeah, we had maybe 10 blackjack tables.
Wow.
Yeah, at least 380 tables were Baccarat
Oh my
out
god.
of 400. Yeah.
And how many craft tables? One,
Three.
two, three.
Yeah,
Well, at least they had three.
we had a pit.
A whole pit?
Yeah, if you have more than one table, it's a pit.
Oh, that is a pit.
Like right now, that's one chip.
Yeah.
That's a stack.
That's
dude.
a stack. That is a
Okay?
stack.
It's
That
a
is
short stack.
It's a short
But
stack.
it's a
Wow.
stack. Yeah.
I heard that dice was increasing in popularity in Macau, though, over the last couple of years. No?
Well, you know what was really cool
Yeah.
was that my dearest friends, still today, Ping and Kathy Hoy, Chinese Americans, go back to Macau,
Yeah.
and they teach the game.
Yeah.
But what was in our regulations is the Macau team members had to call the game in English. So
Oh.
English is second language for these guys, and pretty much the only part of the English that they knew was
Oh, really?
coming out hands high,
Oh, yeah, that's it?
coming out hands high.
That's it? That's
Yeah,
all they
There
know?
was a lot of they knew 6 and 8. They knew
Oh,
they
they-
could call the dice,
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, they were just so awesome. We got a WeChat group still today.
So that's a great
I've been
story.
out of
What about
Macau-
that story?
I've been out of Macau for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm in a WeChat. It's called Macau Crafts.
Oh, really?
And it's the crap guys that came through
Yeah.
because the easiest way for them to get to be a supervisor
Yeah.
was through the dice pit.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Wow.
very, very, very competitive to be in dice. Why? Because the next casino that's going to open, they need experienced crap people
Yeah.
to be supervisors.
Because they got Baccarat everywhere. I mean, it's easy to be,
yeah, I mean,
at that point, they're a dime
Baccarat
a dozen.
dealers literally are a dime a dozen.
Like here.
But anything,
Almost.
but to be able to deal craps
Yeah.
overseas and to be able to deal, roulette and those other games was a really big deal. It was really tough.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same way it is here. If you know dice, I can get you a better job every time.
Yeah.
Blackjack, roulette, Baccarat is a good plus. It'll get you closer to the strip. But dice everywhere. And we've had a lot of supervisors, a lot of people who want to be supervisors. Lately, the new dynamic is we're going to put you on the floor as a dual rate, but we're not going to give you full time until you know dice.
I got a Macau story.
Oh, really? Oh, here we go. Good.
All right, you ready?
Fantastic. Got it.
So,
Go.
like I just shared with you guys, for like 6 months, a couple guys that were in the VIP section, they went on vacation. So they asked me to go cover them in the VIP section upstairs. All right, yeah, no problem, team player. So you guys got to understand, whenever your phone rings and you're the shift manager, it's very, very, very rarely good news.
Okay.
Okay? So the phone rings, and the pit managers call me. The dealer passed off the wrong cards. Okay? The guy bets on the bank. He gets the player's cards. Player
Oops.
opens up natural 9. Yeah, I win. He gets up, walks away, and he's got like 30,000 US bet.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was like 70,000 Hong Kong, or it was a serious
Big bet.
serious wager.
Big bet.
You know, we're not on the mass floor anymore, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta understand that a lot of the players that are up there, they're
Yeah.
might be allegedly a
Allegedly.
little shady.
Yeah. A
Right?
little intense.
So
Consequences.
yeah, so my pit managers tell me what's going on. I said, did you call surveillance? I'm like, yeah. I said, what's the story? And yeah, we definitely handed off the wrong cards, but you know, we won the hand, and you know, we really won the hand, but you know, he wants to get paid and he don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
So
Because he got the cards that he
yeah,
he
the
won.
hand cards you gave me said natural 9.
yeah.
Right? So I finally make it into the room, and I said, I got the pit manager. I said, okay. So, and the dealer, like, she's already crying.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Female dealer, she's all upset. Like, it's okay, no problem. So I got to get the junket rep involved, because I'm not paying that. This is my first day in the VIP. Okay?
Wow.
This isn't $30, dude. This
No,
is $30,000.
you can't give this away.
So it's not just I'm going to pay him. Guess what? I'm locking it up. I'm not giving you a push, okay? I'm going to tell you I'm heartfully sorry that we screwed up, and then I'm going to take the money. Dude,
Oof.
yeah, think about that for a minute,
Oof.
okay?
Yeah.
And there's gangsters everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So I
Yeah.
get the junket guy involved. The junket guy, he's the one who facilitated the play. He
Right.
brings these players in. He gives them the credit. So the junket guy, him and I start negotiation. All right? He's like, he expects to get paid. I said, I expect to be 6 foot, but it didn't happen. Okay? So the thing is, he's not going to get paid. And you know the punchline? I'm locking it up. No, you can't do that. You got to at least give him a push. Not going to happen, dude. He goes, that's unacceptable. I said, here's the way it's going to work out. You're going to tell him what I just told you. He goes, I'm not telling him. I said, okay, I'll tell him. So I lean over and I tell the dealer, she could speak English a little bit. I said, when I go like this, you take the bet and put it in the rack. She's like, now she's freaking out.
Wow.
Right? Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm standing in front of there. So she's here. All right. You're the dealer.
I'm the dealer.
You're the dealer.
I'm the dealer.
You're the dealer. You're at the
This is my
table.
bank.
I'm standing in front of the table.
Okay.
And the guy comes over. He's like my size, but he's really hard, and he's looking.
He's got some tats. Is he missing fingers?
Nope. I
He's
didn't
got all
even-
his
I didn't even
fingers?
get there. I just
Oh,
look at him in the
'cause if
eye.
he's missing fingers,
Always
I'm out.
Look eye.
Yeah.
Okay. So he comes over, and I start like this. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that we made a mistake. She takes the chips, puts them in the rack, and he goes bananas. He starts to go across the table. Dude, I literally had to get in front of him and shield him from coming across the table for the
Wow.
dealer, right? Now, by this time, I got security coming in, because when I told the junket guy, I got to bring, we're going to be locking it up, and then call surveillance. I told the pit manager, call surveillance, let them know what we're doing, and let them know that we need security in here, because this might not go really well.
Yeah. You
Okay.
think?
This is no bull. This is on the square.
Yeah.
Okay. So she locks up the bet. The chips are in the rack. We had the hand put back together the correct way, right? I already gave him, I'm sorry. We put the money in the rack. He tries to come across the table. Honest to God, he picks up the chair in front, because it's the
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
He picks up the chair. The chair's over his head, and he spikes the chair into the table. The checks bounce up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
There's
course.
divots, rips the layout, the
Wow.
whole bit. I mean, my man was out of control.
Wow.
Okay, out of control, totally out of control. And as soon as he goes bam with the table, I gave him a little bit of room. You know what I mean? Dealer's backed off by now. You know what I mean? Put the lid on the game, that kind of thing. And here comes security. You got to go. It's time to say goodnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you still have all your body parts, sir?
Yeah, I'm all good.
I'm looking to make sure.
I didn't get no,
Did you get an escort home that night?
No, I didn't have to get an escort home. And
Wow.
when I went on break, the leader of the VIP comes over and has coffee with me, and he's like, "Good job, my man." He's from
Really?
Australia. He goes,
Yeah.
"Mate, that was really fabulous play there." I mean,
Wow.
to get the money back and not have to, because I mean, they wanted a push.
Yeah. Oh, of
You know,
course. Yeah.
the guy wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
In our friends in Macau, they expect to get paid when you make a mistake. Now,
Yep.
in today's, like in Saipan, if we made a mistake, we had to eat it.
Oh, really?
We had to eat it.
Even at that level.
I got a phone call one time at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then again at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then again at 4 o'clock in the morning. We made 3 mistakes that night, or perceived things that this monster player who could bet 500,000 a hand.
500,000.
This dude has the rights to the Iron Man movies.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many Iron Man movies are there?
I mean.
There's a bunch, right?
A bunch.
He had the
Okay.
Chinese rights to that. He just
Wow.
prints money, right?
Yeah.
He could bet 500 a hand. So it gets to be, and then my boss is on vacation. I got a call, the CEO. Okay. Is that's who I have to call now, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to call him 3 times.
Wow.
I call him at 2 o'clock. Sorry, sir, Mr. Kwong, right? Sorry, Mr. Kwong. So the next day, so the bottom, like he's like, and here's the deal, like on the third time, because we gave him a push. We paid 1, we paid 2. He tells me we're going to give him a push on this one. But here's the coaching point to all our young operators out there. When you're calling the big boss and you tell him the story, you got to give him time to think.
Yeah.
Because I was the big boss a couple times and I got the story
Yeah.
and I got time to think. And then, if the guy on the other side, my team member's like, so what do you want me to do? Dude, I'm trying to think. It's a $500,000
Yeah,
decision,
right.
or $1 million swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
So-
these diapers that need.
The biggest thing, and I'm one of those guys who stands in front of the microwave and says, "Hurry up!" You know?
Oh, I know.
I've got zero patience.
Dennis is still laughing about that one.
Right. So anyway, Mr. Kwong, he's on the other end of the line, and he's quiet, and I'm just, what am I going to say? And he finally says, "I really don't appreciate how he's taking advantage of us." He goes, "I'm going to make a call to his person, and his representative, his
Yep.
host, and we're not paying it. We're going to give it a push." Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kwong. So the next day when I go in, I run into Mr. Kwong, and he says, "Come here, I want to talk to you." And he gives me the coaching point. He goes, "You work for me." I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, if I ask you to call me if there's a problem, you don't start the conversation with, "I'm sorry to wake you up, Mr. Kwong." That comes with the paycheck.
That's
Okay,
right.
That's what he told me, because
right.
all 3 times when
Fantastic.
I called him, I said,
Oh yeah.
"Mr. Kwong, I'm really sorry to bother you. Scott here." And he coached me up with that. So moving forward, I never did that anymore. Like if I had to make that uncomfortable phone call and
Yeah.
the boss is in bed,
That's it.
and
Yeah.
then when I got to be the guy on the other end of that phone, I was at at stations, or even at because in Saipan, if the beef was 50,000 or less, I could handle it without having to make a phone call. Okay.
Yeah.
And you hope you make the right call, because if you didn't, you got to talk to your boss the next day. And like, dude, why would you make that call?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It's like the first year that I was in Saipan, dude, I didn't even drink a beer, because these phone calls are coming in hot and heavy, and you're always working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta be on point.
Yeah, and if the phone rings and you're whacked, you're laying in bed, got a
Oof.
little buzz on, trying to make a major decision like that,
Oh yeah. So you got to go home. You got to just stay sober.
Yeah.
How do you go to bed?
you take your time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, this shirt is a medium, just so you know. That's somebody. Yeah. So, by the way, you were saying that I stand in the microwave and do what? Can you do that for everybody? Because Dennis is still laughing about that a week later. Because
Stand in front of the microwave and start screaming, "Hurry up!
I think that's
What's the
fantastic.
holdup?"
I do that with my coffee, by the way, in the morning. I literally like, oh my God, how long is this minute? I mean, oh my God. Yeah, no tokes for that dealer. Yeah, that dealer did not go home with tokes. So what happened to the dealer? Was she shook up? Did she have to call in the next day? I mean, how bummed was she? What about her family?
It wasn't at that kind of a level of the monster guy.
That other monster guy.
I mean, the story that I originally told you, he was the biggest guy.
That was the monster guy.
He was one of the biggest guys in Macau.
He could have hurt.
Well, he was well known. Everybody knew who he was.
No, for real.
You know, this guy, he was a bad guy. I'm sure he didn't have a paper route or.
But not the big bad guy.
I don't think he punched the clock.
No clock punching.
There was
for
no
you.
clock punching with him.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Ready? Because these likes aren't moving on. So 100 likes. See you, sir. All right. We're about to close down. So we have 100 likes is the lanyard. 200 likes is our congratulations grand opening checks, our club check and our heart check. There's these 2 limited edition collector checks with the lanyard. We'll do them both. That's 200 likes. Or $15 super chat. We give you a full set, the 5-set edition of checks. Okay, so so $15 super chat, you get that. And moving on. So we got a few topics today. We got quite a few topics today. In fact, I got to find my flipping document. We want to go over. Vegas is back. I guess the first real big one is that the Wynn buffet is coming back, which is actually very. It's got to verify it's me, doesn't it? Know me yet? I mean, what's going on? Who else could it be? Come on now. We're gonna get to all your commentary in a minute, but we want to go over some news. Because Vegas is really it's incredible what we're seeing here on the ground.
Major grand opening happening in a couple days.
So who's that?
Resorts World.
Did you ever hear this little property next door.
Oh
man, right next door.
Right down the street. It's literally your neighbor.
It's our neighbor. We're very excited because we're expecting this side of the strip is going to go ridiculously haywire. Sahara is finishing up a renovation, which thank God, because they've needed one. Even though they had one, that one was on tilt. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, because I was a big fan of Sahara. We have one of the old Sahara chandeliers. My buddy, Steve Murphy. I call him my buddy. He wasn't my buddy. He was the boss of the Gold Coast for years, and he worked there for a long time. Those of you from the Gold Coast. He went over. He was a shift boss at Sahara. And so I used to go in there and play, and it was such an impressive pit that, all those chandeliers going down. It always looked so, like, monstrous, even though it wasn't, I guess, as monstrous as that, but it felt that way. And a lot of really great dealers, it was just such a great casino for the longest time. And then something changed. But now it's coming back. They're redoing the whole front. I think everything in time, hopefully, for resorts. But yeah, little property called Resorts World is opening next time, and they're going for the jugs, the jugular. When I say jugular, I mean jugs. I mean jugular, meaning like they're all stops removed. They got
Monster nightclub, big time restaurants,
big names.
I can't wait for the street food court.
Oh,
it's like taking a cruise through Singapore.
Yeah. All the different street vendors.
Yeah.
Like literally, I can't wait. That's I mean.
That's all me, man.
I love the whole.
That's the gourmet room.
We're going to be eating over there. Well, I mean, we have fashion show food court, but it's just not going to be the same. You know what I mean? Plus, I think they need to upgrade some places here. Just saying.
Be nice to your neighbors.
No, we love it, but eating the same thing all day long.
Such a drag having to do that California pizza every day. You're so spoiled.
I know, the CPK. We love California Pizza Kitchen, but that's going to be exciting. We have quite a few friends over there that got hired. So can I just be honest? So because we love all our fans.
Let's go with the what's the price on the food on the Wynn buffet?
The price of the Wynn buffet is going to run like $40 to $69, give or take.
$69.
I know. It's not a cheap buffet, sir. And it probably is going to go up. They used to have like the Friday night, the chef's table, the gourmet dinner. They had all those upgrades that were rolling out pretty much everywhere. Baccarat had that. So it could get really pricey. I like the Wynn buffet because they always have like very high-end, foofy
stuff you couldn't really
you're
take
not gonna,
shot. You can't take a shot at it at a regular restaurant because if you don't like it, you're in $60.
It was all this unique stuff in a very cool. I was telling him about
we went to the Wynn Encore the other day. Where did we eat at? I hit a big fat Keno jackpot.
Wing Lee.
I won, just all your haters out there know, so I won 4,400. Yeah, I did. I hit a 6 spot. In fact, I should have had the picture for.
Dude, you're going taxable?
I'm up 8,000 in 2 days, dude. 8,000. So when I hit, Dennis works so hard. I take him to a dinner that we wouldn't otherwise have gone, to be honest with you.
He could use a meal too.
No, he can use a few meals, dude. we went to, what is it called? Wing Lee. It's at the Encore. I say that it's at Wynn, right? Was it Wynn part of it or the Encore part? Wynn. It was fantastic, and they give you the little heated towels. The service was off the chart. It's not cheap. We ate cheap.
It wasn't cheap at Encore.
We got out of there for like $130.
No coupon?
No coupon. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I did.
Did he
cry
shed
a
a tear?
little.
Did you see? That's why he needed that hot towel, was to wipe the tears off.
I was like, "Where's the Groupon for this restaurant? Can I get some free water?" But the service is fantastic. Our waiter was fantastic. They have these authentic. What were they? These authentic outfits that they waited us on. I mean, the whole.
Traditional Japanese dresses.
Yeah, so when you walk through the Wynn, by the way, it's funny because it's the first time. So you guys have it. Eventually, you guys all meet Dennis. But the great thing about Dennis is Dennis loves art, and he's one of those people that literally stops to smell the roses. I parked my car.
He's a Renaissance man.
I parked my car the other day, and there happened to be these blooming flowers coming over the car. And normally people just get in a car, drive off. He's like, "Oh my God, look at those flowers!"
Good for you, Dennis.
So Dennis, we would go in there, and he was noticing all the colors and all of the fabrics and all the designs that are sort of play out. It's a very vibrant place.
Did he go thread count on you?
He didn't go thread count. No, I think that's a boat too far. But we also looked at, because we've been trying to figure out how to do the retail displays, and they have a lot of really cool shops, very unique brands and things like this, and it's a really vibrant. Wynn has this, Wynn. The thing about Wynn Encore, when you go in there, it's got this sort of style element that if you've been in a Wynn property, is literally just reeks of Wynn. You know that he went through there and just was anally retentive about every single detail. They have frescoes in the floor that were handmade. I know they were handmade because I met one of the Italians, not the Italian that's come to the school, but another one many years ago that played a role. If you look at the floor, you'll see the beautiful marble, and you'll see the frescoes that were designed, and literally every one of those things. Wynn paid these guys that come over from Italy and install these frescoes on the floor. It's all over. There's even a wall of just a big fresco wall, with the things. I didn't even know what the hell that was until he was and he wasn't cheap, by the way. They paid him a fortune. They paid for him to come out here. He paid these guys really well. He put them up. And while they were here, this guy was so excited to be here. He was getting paid really well by Steve. He was an artisan. Steve loved these artisans. They have the flower display. They still have it like Bellagio has it. We were looking at it, we couldn't believe it, because they have a merry-go-round, and it's all fresh flowers. They made a merry-go-round out of fresh flowers, and it's tremendous. But anyways, when you go, you realize you're in a special place. And when there's a lot of property, Resorts World is going to be like that too. When I first walked into the Mirage, I knew I was in a special. You were transported to something else completely. You had never seen anything like it when that place first opened. You'd never seen anything like it in the world. There was literally nowhere you'd ever been, except maybe Disneyland, where you had that kind of visceral experience. The water, the landscape, the trees, and they're all fake plants still.
What they did, at the atrium.
The atrium, yeah, the
huge,
jungle.
The atrium, #1 selfie spot in Las Vegas for how many years?
Dude, forever.
But the way they did it was there was a lot of fake flowers a couple feet in, but it was all fresh flowers, so guys like Dennis could get a sniff.
Yeah, I can get a sniff. I believe it.
Yeah, they get their sniff on.
But that's what you get from a lot of the Wynn. Even when you go into Bellagio, you notice that Wynn had a role. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can
Bellagio,
see that.
The Bellagio's atrium, where they change it up seasonally.
Yeah,
it's a big deal, man.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
Real
He has this whole staff that whole thing goes down into the ground, and there's a whole bunch of people that work on it. But when you look at the ceiling, I had never noticed this before, and Dennis pointed this out. The ceilings are all textured. They're not just regular ceilings that are painted. They're textured. They have depth, real depth. The dunes back in the day had a ceiling like that. Before, that was what I always loved, the lattice work of the wood and it was such a fantastic. Go ahead.
I don't.
Oh, really? But
no,
I mean,
no.
So
but my thing was at the dunes.
Yeah.
How that sunken Baccarat
sunken,
pit,
yep.
where you could like watch the fans
Yeah.
could watch from
Yep.
from up above.
Yeah.
Because back then Baccarat, who played Baccarat,
Yeah.
really wasn't that big of a deal in town.
No, you walked into the dunes and you were at gambling center. The center of this was a gambling hall. And it was lit for a gambling hall. That whole sunken gambling room, the lattice work. It just had this very Bally's for me.
Morris Shanker.
Morris Sanker, who's that?
He was the big boss.
Oh, really? Well, you would know that. See, I wouldn't know that. But
I only know because like my awesome friends tell me.
Really? I tried to get a job there. I actually passed an audition there 4 months before they imploded the place.
Your best job crumbled.
Yeah.
Steve Wynn imploded your number one job.
It did. I managed to make it into the Desert Inn.
Don't take it personal.
No, I didn't take it personally, you little bastard. But I never, because Desert Inn was too high a bar. As much as, and it was so luxurious when I was younger. It was one of those places that was sort of out of reach. So like I get people ask me like, well, out of the old pits, what was my favorite pit? And the answer is the Dunes was number one for me. And I love the color scheme. Bally's also has that sunken pit. And it was all the gold and black back in the day. Now they've done this sort of Jubilee thing and they have all these other colors, but it was gold and black. And that was like what I used to see in Atlantic City. They kept it. Everything was gold and black. It was like, that's what a pit was to me. But anyways, all right. Did I digress? Holy crap. All right, we'll get back to this Wynn buffet.
Story number one.
We're on story number one. Hey, do you have this picture of the Wynn before we go to the thing? Okay, buffet. So Timmy's going to be very happy because they have smoked salmon on the buffet as a staple food. He can't get away from it. Even at Denny's, he orders salmon. Dude. At Denny's. Who knew Denny's has salmon? That's what Timmy orders. Timmy goes in there and he's like, I want the salmon. And the lady goes, she looks at him at first and she's never had someone order salmon, so she's not sure they have salmon. She goes, oh, wait a minute. Turns out we have one salmon left. Would you order the last salmon in the house at a Denny's? I mean, I'm just saying.
Just like, what?
That could be like fitty. I mean, I love Denny's, but come on.
Here's the tip.
Keep the pancakes.
No last salmon at Denny's.
Yeah.
And no sushi at the 7-Eleven.
Oh, no sushi at the 7-Eleven? Oh, that's
or
true.
the gas station.
No, that's true.
You want to talk about gambling? It does
Yeah.
say gambling outside, right?
It does.
Can you imagine going for gas station sushi?
Oh my God, that would be
That's a reach,
some guy
dude.
in back. There's actually a place here in town where there is a guy that makes like the sushi rolls kind of thing. It's a gas station / deli / whatever the hell else they got going on. It's at
You have to have a
Summerlin.
monster rep. Well, Summerlin, there you go.
Yeah, so it's got that.
Yeah.
It's got that appeal. So I'm sure
Yeah.
they sell a few of them. But the thing that always makes me nervous is those hot dog spinning things, because you don't know like when they made it and what's going on.
No born on dates.
There's no born on dates, and sometimes you might get a stuffed one and not realize what it like. They have a stuffed jalapeno hot dogs. It's one place, and this landscaper I used to know that I used to work for, he used to go into this 7-Eleven all the way the hell up there on Rancho back in the day, and they used to have these jalapeno cheddar hot dogs, and oof, I never knew how he made it through the day. He'd have those for breakfast. He'd have coffee and a jalapeno cheddar hot dog. I mean,
That's
wow,
hardcore.
that is hardcore, dude. All right, they're gonna have lobster. They're gonna have what do we got?
Here's a couple of things.
I'm not even looking at the.
Barn says, tell Sky it was a pleasure meeting him at the CQ party.
Yes. Whoa.
I don't know if you saw that super chat.
I see the super chat. We got more checks every $15. More checks going out. Who's it from?
The bearded hooker said, pick it up.
Checks. All right. Fantastic, dude. I can't wait to meet the bearded hooker. Have I met the bearded hooker? Do I know who that is?
I don't know.
Huh?
Mr. Big Party, huh?
Because that's like literally one of the greatest names ever. All right. Fantastic.
Oh,
Okay.
There's another great name for your fantasy team.
Yeah.
The Bearded Hooker.
The bearded hookers. How can it have to be one hooker, sir? You got to make it's a community, right? It's like, why not? We can have multiple.
Off the rails.
All right, ready? We're gonna go through these questions as much as I can. Sorry again if I miss your questions because I do that a lot. But anyway, oh my God, we're 5 away from 100 likes, sir. 5 away from 100 likes.
Let's get home.
Let's get home. All right. What I really hate about this is that I gotta make this small. And here it is. I could finally figure this out. Okay, so
You
this
got
I could put
skills,
over. I do
man.
have
Look at
skills.
you.
No, I believe it or not, I actually was an MCSA, but I've since.
Dennis,
since
have you been
degraded.
coaching this guy?
Yeah, well, that's true.
I think you've been coached up by Dennis.
All right, let's do the news. So they're gonna have 16 food stations, all the best, all the greatest stuff.
Dude,
And
when we going?
I would love to go ASAP, dude. I really would. So
Are they open for lunch or just dinner?
all of it. They're gonna open for everything. I think breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're gonna have a Mexican aisle, sir. Mexican aisle. They're gonna have Italian, of course, all the other good stuff, and they're gonna have a lot of dry rubbed meat, rotisserie chicken. Alex will love that. He can go in there and mukbang all the meat. And when you used to go there, the Wynn, they used to have these big ass chairs, all sorts of colors, and it really was like a fantasy. It was like an Alice in Wonderland buffet kind of thing.
Alex, what do you say? Win buffet? We down?
Oh, we're so in. Yeah, Bach anal. Yeah, Bach anal's coming out here. That's what we'll do. We'll go out there. He's a anal toy. I thought you were talking about anal toy. Oh, the Bacchanal, yeah. Yeah, the Bacchanal.
Oh, man, that's beautiful.
Rough. I think
That
Wynn's
gets
gonna
right
knock
up
it
there
out of
with
the
just
park.
a tip.
Yeah. Cause Wynn is only we got Alex. Alex, you want to? Well, we're going over news. We're going over Palm, dude. We want to share some news with us with some of your fans.
I'm about to head out to go meet up with Letter
Oh yes, we're gonna.
He never
Alex
sleeps.
is going out while I'm here. He's gonna be hanging out with Let It Roll, and Craps Hawaii, and Mel and this whole team.
Is
And
Mel going
holy
1:30?
crap, Mel's the 1:30, dude.
Mel's going 1:30?
Mel's doing 1:30.
Alex, Mel goes
Alex
1:30.
he's got to Let It Roll. We're gonna keep this right here on the desk, dude. For the whole time.
I'm
we're
going to put
for
my
everyone.
positive vibe on the 1:30.
All right, go
for Mel.
win a lot of money, dude. Have fun, enjoy. Thank you. Can we
do
get a
my
hoo?
best to the
I
Craps
think
Hawaii
everybody
guys.
wants a hoo yeah, Alex. Come on now.
Is this one working?
Is it working?
Let me plug it back in.
Here he goes. Bend and deliver.
Let me know if anyone wants to go to Bach Anal with me. Oh yeah.
we had a whole bunch of fans in here for that. All right, thank you, sir, very much. Appreciate you. Okay, ready? So here's some other news before we get back to all the commentary. We do have we try to keep it positive, but it's not necessarily the worst thing because obviously casinos want to succeed. So there's a couple casinos that are still on hold, but who do we have? Palms.
Yeah, but here's the good news with this slightly negative chatter.
Yeah.
That these casinos aren't reopened yet.
Yep.
What they did was they get 2 years to
2 years.
2 years to keep their license
Yep.
still fresh. So you got Texas Station not going to reopen. But what's going on is hopefully any of those workers, they're working for stations.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a single entity.
Right.
Boyd, same thing. Main Street Station downtown.
Mm-hmm.
The Arizona Charlie's on the Boulder Highway, so they're not open yet. You got Fiesta Henderson and the
Yep.
Fiesta Rancho not open
East
yet.
Cannery.
Yeah, East Cannery.
Main Street. Main Street will come back. Fiesta Henderson, I think, will come back.
I think
Fiesta Rancho
once,
might be a
once
minute.
our friends from Hawaii start rocking and rolling again, and they can get back to normal to where they're working and making dough. But I can tell you, man, it's the Hawaii tourism the other way.
Yeah.
With folks coming from the mainland into Hawaii, it's crazy.
They're coming now.
Trivia question.
Yes.
How much does it cost to rent a car in Hawaii?
More than I have. $200 a day. I went high because I'm sure it's got to be high. 100 a day?
It's so high that people are renting U-Hauls
Oh.
to drive around.
They're doing that here.
Yeah. They're putting out please don't, because the folks who need U-Hauls can't get them because they're booked because they're getting driven around Kona.
No.
Yeah. You ever try to back in a U-Haul in a parking spot in Hawaii?
I have. I ripped off the top of a U-Haul one time. I had to pay for that.
They're paying like $500-$600 a day for a rental car.
Oh, I believe it.
My dad's coming for 3 weeks to
Yep.
visit us. Karen's picking up we just shipped the truck over there. She's picking it up tomorrow so I could have 2 vehicles so my pop don't have to rent a car.
Wow. Yeah, no, it's brutal.
Happy Father's Day, Pop.
Yeah, no.
That's your gift, my man.
There you go. Shout out. Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Another super chat. Thank you very much. And Noe Ortez. Wow, there you go. Can you guys explain why Vegas in general has lost its great customer service, hospitality as a whole, since this whole pandemic started? Well, here's the thing. You know what? Interestingly, I just got done talking to some people today who went to a casino, who we won't mention, other than it being the gate, and did not receive the customer service they thought they were going to expect. I think it's a mixed bag. First of all, me personally, I think it starts with the culture of a place. If you don't have incentive, if you don't focus on people having a good time, having good, morale.
Number one, I agree 100%.
You got to have a good.
I guarantee when we test drive the Wynn buffet,
Yep.
there'll be awesome customer service. You guys just went to the name of you went to the Japanese restaurant?
Wynn Lee, yeah, they were great customer service.
Awesome, right?
Nice.
Because it's the
Yeah.
culture of the place.
Yeah.
No,
it's a culture, and it starts from the top down.
right?
And I remember when I worked at the Wynn. I mean, not the Wynn. When I worked at the Rio.
Dude, you got.
I know, Rio. Everybody was like family there.
Yeah.
You knew everybody. In fact, Marnell was real key on you talking to friends and relatives and hiring people that were he wanted it to feel like an actual family. You would run into people at the hall that were cousins and brothers and sisters, and it was they still had rules. You couldn't work on the same tables and this kind of thing, obviously, but for the most part it was a cultural thing. I've always found that that's true. If you go into a place and there's a lot of pouty ass people, there's always a reason. They're either not getting paid, maybe they're having a bad day. That's always a thing. It could be that people are having a bad day. But it's always a culture. That's why I tell people, ask us a lot where we like to play, where we feel like some of the best customer services. And quite honestly, of the casino managers that we know personally, me and Alex, those casino managers that know us and are friends with us are usually the most down to earth people. So I'm gonna say one of them is Nick. I won't tell you where he works specifically, but he's literally he auditioned one of our students yesterday at the school. He's like, why not? He was there. He sat
He's
down
a really
with us.
great guy, man.
No, he's fantastic.
I know him a long time. He's always been like that too, though.
I mean, that's amazing.
He's
Every
always
time I
been a
go in
good
there, he's
dude.
just so friendly. He could
Yeah.
care less that he's a table game director. He could care less. It's just a
Yeah.
job for him. He treats everybody the same way.
He's a perfect example of paying your dues,
Yep.
putting your time in.
Yep. Yeah.
When I met him when I was at Red Rock,
Yeah.
and he really, really, really worked hard.
Oh,
And
100%.
he was a great team member. And then
Yep.
he got a break. He earned it. And that's what you try to do. You try to identify the team members that are really putting out for you.
Yep.
And helping you as a leader, and hopefully they get a chance, and they're the ones that get a bump.
Yep. Oh, he is such a great ambassador for Station Casino. So we're a school.
He's been there a long time.
A long
dude.
time. We have people that sit down with me and that are they're new to gaming. They're a little nervous. I tell people, don't go for the money, go for the experience. The money is only going to get, if you're just starting, obviously everybody wants to make as much money as possible. But if you're just coming out of school, start with the experience. Start at a place where you have a career path, right?
Yeah.
Go to where maybe you don't have to drive so hard. You have a boss that you have a culture that you can fit into. Because some casinos are not like that. We know of a casino I won't mention, who one of the bosses, a shift boss, put their hands on a dealer, physically confronted this dealer, and of course they quit right away. They just quit, and
Said person didn't get fired.
no, this is an ongoing.
In today's world,
they're no longer part of this experience. They're no longer part of the casino. In fact, the entire management team was cleared out.
I mean, seriously, man. If you stare hard
100%.
at a dealer, you're going to get crammed.
So this happened actually twice. This casino actually, so at first this casino was trying to contact us to recruit dealers, and we were like, absolutely not. We've heard terrible things. We're not going to send our dealers there. And then one of our dealers went there looking for a second job on their own. We had no role in it, and they lasted less than an hour. So they were on a table. They were relatively new, but it was a procedure that was sort of unique to this property. Some shift bosses have their own stuff they got to work out. Okay, they come up with procedures that are kind of off the charts, right? That's why we're trying to standardize that. But that's another lesson. But that's another thing. But anyways. Yeah, he actually physically held this person and moved them off of a game, like literally put their hands on them. Which, now when I was coming up, we had hands on us all the time. It was less a thing. But nowadays, you can't put your hands on someone, physically remove them from a table. That can't be a thing. And so it was a young man, took off their apron and walked out of the casino. And the reason I heard about this, because they sat down at my desk literally the next day and said, listen, I walked out of a casino pit. Is this going to hurt me getting a new job? And I said, absolutely not. I said, absolutely not, because guess what? If they have that conversation, if this place even for a second it tries to relate this, I will counter it. They can call me personally. Here's my number, and I will take care of that.
Dude, that's on videotape.
No, I know.
It's on videotape. That dude should have walked right to the EEOC office and say, this guy put his hands on me.
It happened twice. He actually removed the apron from a woman as well. He literally took her apron off from the back, removed her apron, and told her to get out. Fired her on the spot.
Oh God!
Can you imagine that?
Oh,
A shift boss. Shift boss.
This dude's still around?
No, I don't think so. I think he's gone. But he wasn't like punching
Amazing
people.
he's
But
gone,
but how do you take the apron off? So. Where were we? What are we talking about? Okay, we're on
talking
Taco
about
Bell.
casinos that don't open.
we're at 100 likes, I'm guessing, because everybody's firing away in the chat.
Likes.
Okay.
And another super chat.
First, let me address Derek. We love Derek most of the time. We love Derek. Me and Derek have a love-hate relationship. We're gonna have to find it. Oh, Derek. Forget Jasmine. Next time you're out here, we'll just go to the Wynn. We'll go to the Wynn buffet. We'll just eat and enjoy, because I have Wynn buffet, by the way, is fantastic buffet. Always love the Wynn buffet. It was always a little pricey for me. I get a free buffet at Stacy Casinos.
Look at you now.
I know, but well, he's gonna pay for it, so that's good. That's my coupon, my walk-in coupon right here.
So you're comped.
You should look at it as a super chat. He gave you a super chat.
I know, I saw it. Here's your coupon to the Wynn buffet. Wow. I don't need a coupon. I just need your wallet, sir. We got two for. Hey. Anyways, Shane, thank you very much, and we're gonna send you a chipset. Don't forget to send Sticky your address, and we'll send you every $15 super chat. And
David, tell them the email.
The email is info@cegdealers.com. Okay, ready? Look, it's got to be Taco Bell, dude. Someone's got a taco. I didn't even know you could do taco. Taco. Did you know that you can do that? No.
I'm not an emoji guy, man.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
I'm good at the thumbs up one, and I've been known to heart it a couple of times.
Well, I guess
only to Karen.
They have decided. Let's do it. Taco Bell. We love ourselves some Taco Bell, dude.
You love yourself some Taco Bell.
You're not a big into Taco Bell? All right, Taco Bell, everybody. Let's run it out. Scott will tell it when to stop. And then, all right, yeah, we're gonna give him a second. Yeah, don't say anything yet. Sticky will tell you when to say. But we love our Taco Bell, dude. I love my Taco Bell, and I took a picture for Jet. I always find it.
Did you bring Jet?
I gotta bring that to picture. So in my area of town, Taco Bell is a line all the way around. There's people waiting there. In fact,
regular Taco Bell.
Regular Taco Bell, you cannot get through.
They got Chick-fil-A lines.
It's unbelievable. Like literally all the way, because I try to go to the Dottie's that's there. I can't get in sometimes because there's so many flipping people.
Because they got Keno machines.
Well, yeah, I'm up 8,000, dude. I'm up 8,000 in 3 days now. That's big.
King Kong.
And his side of town, Taco Bell is literally like dead.
No action.
I don't know how they stay. I don't know how they stay
How
open.
do they stay in business?
Well, I roll in there and grab something every now and then.
You go for the family pack.
I go for the family. All right, ready? All right, call it. You tell them when to stop.
Stop.
Look at it all. You pick it. Go ahead.
10.
All about you.
10.
DJ Spam.
Oh.
The other white meat.
Wow. That's the guy. Really?
Is that the other white meat?
I think that is the other. I think that's the other white meat. A little pink on the inside. Hey, congratulations, DJ Spam. Make sure to send us your address and your username, and we check. Info at CEG Dealers, and we're going to send you the lanyard. So now we're trying to get to 200 likes. 200 likes, we're going to send out the lanyard and... Oh, I know. You got to go. That's okay. I got Sticky coming in. When do you got to go? We got 15 minutes. We'll give a 15-minute warning.
I got you.
All right, ready? All right, yeah, it's so rigged. It's so Taco Bell rigged. What is it you like about Taco Bell? Just go ahead, sir. Put it out there.
What do I
Favorite
like about
food, Taco Bell.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? You're a Taco Bell virgin, or you haven't even been?
I'm a big fan of the Mexican cuisine. I've got
Go to Taco Bell.
So I got
Wow.
we got we got a
rig.
beautiful place right outside where we live. I can literally walk to it.
A Taco Bell.
No.
In Hawaii?
No, man, here.
I know, a Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
Near
got
where you're
some-
living, a Mexican restaurant, not a Taco Bell, though.
Correct. But if you don't have
Wow.
reservations, this restaurant's so awesome, man. If
You
don't
need
have
reservations at a
yeah.
really?
I'm the only
There's
white
one
guy
down.
in there.
No, really?
Pretty
That's
much.
when you know you're in a good Mexican restaurant.
That's the only way I roll.
So me and Dennis
I want
went
to be
to.
the only white guy at the soul
No.
food place.
Yeah.
At the Chinese place.
No, that
Mexican place?
doesn't speak
Come
well.
on.
We went to a place called Eddie's Mexican Food up the street,
How'd that
and
work out?
there was zero. I think Dennis was the only Mexican person to have been there that week. A lot of white people really enjoying themselves, and I gotta tell you, it was a Mexican food, dude. They mixed some beans and some. It was just not a thing.
Fusion.
The place was busy. I don't know about fusion. I think they were all fused out.
Mexican Caucasian fusion.
Yeah, Mexican Caucasian fusion is more like it. I mean, it was tasteless. It didn't have any, spice.
Just put guacamole on it, dude.
They had guacamole. The guacamole didn't even taste. It was just green. With I mean, and then that leads to other issues. Anyways, okay, ready? Okay, so here's the thing with the Fiesta Henderson. We think is gonna come back, and Texas State's Fiesta Rancho Ufi. But here's some great news out of this, right? The who bought the Palms?
The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians.
Yep. And
in
by the way,
California.
they're voted the #1 casino operator now. Did you know that they were
They're big
voted the
time.
#1 casino operator? And they have a billboard on DI. I was gonna take a picture of it.
5,000 slot machines rocking every day.
I was gonna take a picture. They have a billboard on Desert Inn, advertising. They're hiring, which means guess what? Palms is coming back, and we're gonna love having them in town. They've already given $9 million to local charities. $9 million.
$9 million just to UNLV.
Oh, new to UNLV. Wow.
$3 million to the law school. $6 million.
Before they even got
to
here,
hospitality
before
hall.
they even arrived. I mean, they got some credit built up. I mean, that's wow.
That's street cred there, boy.
Dude, that's strong, man.
Yeah.
I'm very looking forward to how they reimagine.
They advertise inside the T-Mobile with the Knights.
Yep.
They're a big corporate partner with the Raiders.
Yeah.
They've been in town for years, man.
Yeah. Have you heard about? Okay, so that's the
you know
other.
what their big play is?
Yep.
They're hoping that this is my thing. This is just my take. I mean,
Yeah.
is that their database of players, their player database in California, of course, comes to Las Vegas.
Yep.
And they're going to try to lock that database up.
Easy.
Guaranteed that their points will transfer.
Yep.
100%.
Well,
that'll
100%.
happen. You can bet that's,
Yeah.
take that to the bank.
I'm-
That their San Manuel points will transfer over here.
Yep.
But, I mean, if they make a great first impression with the Palms, and I really think they will, because I've met the leadership team
Yeah.
at UNLV. Yeah, when they gave the big check, oh, my goodness.
Oh, really?
Dude, we threw rose petals out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. You
No,
kidding?
I think they're going to be a fantastic new. I love the fact that a lot of it's sort of it's a deconsolidation of the casino business here. So there's more operators
You
in
do
play.
not want one operator owning the whole casino.
Mr. B, auction off the set. All right, we can do that, sir. We can auction off the set. There you go. Hold on, we'll do that in a second. Wow, Derek, you must have hit a big Keno jackpot, dude. Look at it. Look at you, buddy. Load it. Tex Mex is a Mexican food. So what were we talking about?
San Manuel.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to see how they're going to reimagine the space. I'm going to see what kind of dealers, what kind of games. We know it's station. And, we love that there is more operators. The more operators, the better. We're going to have lower limit tables maybe because there'll be a little competition once everything gets back to normal.
So hard to. What's your idea of a lower limit table?
I'd like to see more $5 tables, sir. $5 tables. I'd like to see $5 tables.
I could tell you for a fact that if what I did at Palace Station,
Yeah.
$3 craps from 3 at night, from 3 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon,
Yep.
and we increased drop by $1 million.
See, can we share this with more people, please, for the love of God?
I mean,
'Cause
right? I mean,
why
it's
not?
like
just keep those tables packed all day
so.
long.
I was director over there. And for the first couple months I'm there, graveyard is dead. Didn't touch a check.
Yeah.
I talked to the boss. 333. That was my program. 333. $3 craps. 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. Drop went up $1 million.
Wow.
And we hold at least, what, 14, 15%
Yeah,
of that?
14. Yeah, easy
Yeah.
on a $3
They
game.
paid
Plus,
for me right there.
and
One
you
decision.
did you guys have birds on the game or no? It was right to the dollar.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, no. So you get short
I'm
at
the
the
king of breakage.
I know. Oh, really?
My middle name is crime, and crime don't pay. All right?
No, I mean,
we're paying even money on 6 and 8.
yeah, even money on the 6
We're
and
paying
8.
we're paying $4 on
$4
on
the 5 and 9. Yep.
Lock up 20 cents every
Lock
time.
up 20 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, who's better than
No,
us?
that's a win, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
everybody
but
loves
you
that
ready
game.
for the best part?
Yeah.
I'd rather they bet $3 6 and 8 than 6 and 8.
Yeah.
They bet
Free money.
$3 6 and 8. They're paying even money.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
you know what I mean?
And everybody loves it.
And as soon as I left, they changed it.
And I could teach that. No, I'm sure they did. No, it's up to $15 tables over there, dude. Have you seen the action they got
Yeah,
going through that place now?
I
Holy
want to see the
crap.
action at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, maybe not so much.
Maybe not so much.
I don't get
the
that. There's a
action
lot
right
of
now, standing room only.
Yep.
Betting over the shoulder. Palace is killing. Everybody's killing.
me and Alex want to host a casino. We're hosting at the Strat base. Well, we're not really hosting, but we'd love to host a casino floor.
What do you think about that idea?
100%.
$3
I would be
craps,
in. 100%.
Because you know what happens? You're giving everybody a stack, and they're betting the shit out of the props.
They're betting,
They're
yeah.
the props. Excuse me.
Oh,
They're
100%.
betting the props.
They
with
got
both
dollars to
hands.
spend. I mean, when you have a
And
stack of dollars
how do
in
you
hand.
print money on a crap game? Bet props.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, and if you got a lot of
on,
dollars in
man.
your hand, you bet five. If you just have to bring Derek. Derek is a big prop better, right, Derek? Derek's all over the 12. By the way, our leader on the 30-year-old challenge is a guy.
Quick one.
Yeah.
So I put this together. So the box man, who I will not name, the box man who's been there for 1,000 years. If he's still alive, he's still there.
Yeah.
Okay, he's been there for 1,000 years. I come in the morning, it's like 10 in the morning, graveyard's still there. I go walk by the game, I wave, and he comes off the box. I guess somebody, covered his spot. He goes, I want to talk to you. Do you have any idea what you're doing? $3 crap game? Are you out of your mind?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy like a fox.
Yeah, 10 months, a year, 12 months later, drops up $1 million in the dice pit.
No.
Wonder why.
Yeah, no,
Wonder
that's.
why.
I wonder why he's still on box.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people get bitter when they're confronted by things. They just
know
feel
what I
like
told the dude?
everybody blows smoke up their own ass. They
He goes, I've been here 30 years. That's the dumbest decision I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I said, dude, you haven't been here 30 years.
yeah.
You've been here 1 year 30 times.
That's true. That is true.
Right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
That's dinosaur thinking, dude.
It really is.
T-Rex.
People get stuck in their own way and thinking that
T-Rex.
things work. Do you know how many people told us that we were done? Do you know how many people have literally especially when COVID came?
Dude, I remember being in I was
Oh, I know.
I was
You were
in your
there.
school when
We gotta
Governor
sit down.
Sisolak comes on on TV, and I just looked at your face, and I had one of my students with me, and we went out for the Last Supper. We went to Ellis and just fired it up on the prime rib.
Last night.
Last chance, the fast dance.
And we had so many people give up
Bottom
on us.
line was, if you guys were a penny stock, I'd be fat right now.
Yeah,
I was all in on you.
we
guys.
made the comeback.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't think I was gonna lose my house because I had some savings, but I definitely signed up for the whole mortgage thing, and I just didn't know. I think everybody did. Yeah, I know everybody. This people have just silly things going on in their head that they can't get away from. I've run into a lot of good boxmen and a lot of really. There's a flat earther boxman out there that just lectures you on why the earth is flat all day long. It drives me insane.
There's nothing better than a great box man.
Yeah.
But there's nothing worse than a bad one.
Because all day you got to listen to absolute nonsense
And the worst thing for me is because I really respect the game.
Yep.
I hate the crossfire and the chatter on the game. The players on the game.
Yep.
That's a felony, man.
I mean,
Can you imagine? That's really why
100%.
That's why I really don't play no more because I can't afford to play at the Bellagio and
Yeah.
those kind of games where I know the rock star dealers are.
Yeah.
Aria and all that.
Yep.
And you go to some of these joints where you can afford to play and. Oh, dude, you want to hear about my fantasy team or what you had for dinner last night? I care what you had for dinner last
Yeah,
night. Give
I
me the
know.
damn dice.
Yes, we got Dennis's. We're auctioning off. Oh, let's do that. Well, here before I forget, this flat Earth guy, right? So I'm like
On the square?
on the
Earth is
square.
flat?
Yeah, no, totally, like
Still
literally.
today? Like still?
So yeah, 100%. Because he says that they shot something up in the air and it proved that it was like because of the angles and the shading. I don't know. So of course I don't know what I said to him exactly, but I said something that ended up being he felt was a question, like a legitimate question, like maybe I could be like turned over to the
He's
flat
gonna
Earth
flip
side.
you.
He's gonna flip me.
You're going to the dark side.
And so the next day, I'm on the game, and he brings in like reference material while I'm dealing, dude. While I'm dealing the game, he's like, "Look, this is the book. I met this guy last
On
week."
the game.
Yeah, he has resources and reference points. This is on the game. Okay,
Are we naming the joint?
we're not gonna name the joint.
not gonna name the
no, well, it's closed now. It's one of these closed.
I
It's no longer
wonder
in action.
why.
And it's just to this day, it's like he was a really nice guy, in some ways, but just completely checked out. Didn't care what any dealer did. Just was completely consumed by his own stuff. And the one good part about him, a lot of people loved working for him because he watched absolutely nothing. Didn't matter what you paid, what you did. We had one of that was where the story where the guy with the meth habit interacted with me. And they let him get away with murder right up until he, got into a fight and with the player and, pulled him onto the table. And this is the things that go on in the casino industry. You got to pay attention, But anyways, all right. Yeah, start minting CEG coins. All right, fantastic. Okay, so let's just, so here we're going to do 200 likes. 200 if it ever gets there. I don't know. We're going to be done here soon, but lanyard, the 2 coins, and then we just had a 5-chip. Who is it? Mr. B, one of our earliest fans, who was with us during COVID, along with a lot of people, really. He had just gave a super chat. And he wants to we're going to auction off a set of checks right now. This whole set of checks, not this exact set of checks, but the same checks.
Is it with the opening checks or no?
No, just those 5, dude. Just those 5. The opening checks pushes us. Those opening checks are only going to go special.
Opening checks go to Sotheby's auction.
Yeah, they go right to Sotheby's because we only have a limited. Those come in. You come in here, you're a big fan, and you're nice to me. They went out to. I gave some to Crafts Hawaii people, and let it roll. It was fantastic meeting them. Okay, so let's do that. So let's do another. Why don't we just do rigged? Well, because it's rigged anyway. So why don't we just do rigged in the chat? We'll roll it out. You'll call the number. You'll tell them when to stop. I'll call the number this time. I know what the number is. I'm going to tell you what the number is. I'll tell you what the number is beforehand so everybody knows it's rigged. The number is going to be 7. So when you say stop, it's going to be the 7. So it's going to be rigged. Derek can't win. Robert B can't win. Anyone who's already won like umpteen times can't win. Anybody who's our family, they can win because it's rigged. If my mother's out there, she can win. No, my mother's not out there. She doesn't know how to work the flipping YouTube. All right, rigged. Here we go. Foiled again. See, now when they say rigged after, what makes no one will care. It's already rigged. All right, so you ready? You tell them we gotta let it roll for a second, right? How many likes are we at? Are we at like 105, 106?
118.
118. Holy smokes. There you go. Only need to be here another 3 hours, sir. We'll get there. Oh, God. Poor Karen. Karen's like, thank God I'm out here lounging.
On a different time zone.
Different time zone. Wow, with a fantastic view. Oh, God. All right, ready? You call it, sir. And then it's number 7.
Everyone stop.
Stop.
7th one. Jason 11789.
Wow. Jason 11789.
Congratulations, Jason.
All right, Jason, send us your information, and we are going to send it on, okay?
Info
at CEGdealers.com. Info at CEGdealers.com. All right, let's get to the rest of this news in 2 minutes or less. It's not much. I just have 2 stories.
Go for it.
The other story is Raiders. Me and Alex looked over to me the other day, and he's like, holy crap, have you heard about the parking situation? I mean, it's going to be upwards of like $100 to park your car if you want to get close to the Allegiant Stadium, which, by the way, is turning out to be the #1 booked stadium now. Everybody wants to go to Allegiant Stadium. It's going to be fantastic. But the parking issue is a bit oofy. You got to park a little bit away. And just like anywhere else, by the way. So no stadium that fits, this many people. he gets all the parking squared away, and it's on the strip, and it is what it is. So they have a lot of remote parking. You can park remotely, shuttle your ass in
Or
there,
you could get dropped off by an Uber.
or you just get dropped off, or they're working on getting the tunnel. Yeah.
Elon's in action.
Elon is in that. The boring. They have a new boring machine. They could build a tunnel and drop people right off. Which I think is fantastic. Because that makes a lot of sense. And I know that they're talking to.
You have to be in your car though.
Well, Tesla. It's not your car. It's one of the Teslas.
Oh, you said in. The
Yeah,
car,
you go down into one of their stations wherever.
Okay. I thought you could put your
drive your
vehicle-
Tesla down there. No, you take one of their Teslas. Eventually, it's going to be all automated. It's going to be all the cars driving you, which is going to freak me the hell out. I'm going to have to do it just because I got to do it. But
My buddy did it. My buddy's got one.
Really?
It's pretty cool.
no, I'm sure it is.
We went to a Knights game.
Yeah.
And after the game, boom, he hit. Here it
Some
comes
in the
out of
cart.
parking
We
lot.
had a.
You see one of them, Dennis?
We had one.
Really
We had a
awesome.
girl who had her car summoned at the school. We're like, wow, it's fantastic. Jennifer. She worked for us. We loved her. She's in Florida now. She might even be in this thing. She had a nice Tesla. She summoned it for us. It's just summon the damn car. Are you kidding me? What's going on here? Summon the car. Did you drive in that one, Dennis? Were you around when Jennifer was with us? No. Someone did. She took someone in the car with her. Paul, rigged. Ah, there you go. Paul S, rigged. All right, well, Paul S, you got one now, so you don't need to worry about it being rigged. Send us your info at CEG Dealers, and we'll send you a set of checks. But so you're going to get into one of these Teslas. So the proof is you can move 4,400 people an hour or something through this loop. I mean, it's pretty good, or however many. I don't know. I probably got that wrong, but they're in talks with all the casino operators to have stations built up and down the strip. So you'll be able to be dropped off, wherever, and of course it's a win-win. I mean, it still costs money to stay. So the casino or hotel or whatever the destination, they have to pay for the station, but the boring company does the rest. Like, they got the boring machine, they do the tunnel, they do all that stuff. If I'm any casino on the strip, I want one. Maybe not the Casino Royale, maybe not, but everybody else, I'm in. You right?
I'm with you.
I mean, the Alardi's the last bastion on the on the strip, Casino Royale.
As they print money every day.
They print money every day. You know what? Whatever the takeaway, I don't even know if they have tables there anymore. But every time I've been in there, some of the friendliest people ever. You talk about a culture. Whatever you could say, whatever you want about the Alardi's years ago when they ran the Frontier. I'm a little butthurt because I didn't pass my audition, and there was a lot of weird stories, and the union hated them and everything else. But because they own the Frontier, and
I was hearing all that nonsense.
you know what I'm talking about. You a lot of wonky stuff going over there at the Frontier. And they retreated to the Casino Royale. They own that right now. But every time I go in, they're friendliest people. I know people that have worked in hotel reservations over there, friendliest people. So, hey, good stuff. Okay. She has a Tesla YouTube channel. That would make sense. Well, we love her. She worked for us here. Jennifer has a Tesla YouTube channel. She loves her Tesla. She would just show it off. She was a student at our school. We're like, how the hell are you a student at our school? She had the nice one, too, the SUV one. Big fat Tesla.
Oh, the Model Y.
Yeah, she had a really nice one. And she was a student, happy to be, and she worked for us here. She just loved to, she wanted to be introduced to casino. I'm sure she could be doing anything. She was getting out of some other highfalutin job, basically. Well, we have Wall Street analysts. We have high-level Amazon employees. We have, because, when you get to an age, and you know what I'm talking about, you don't want to answer that call in your home the rest of your life, right?
Dude, I went from working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, to weekends off, and I get paid on holidays now.
Yeah.
Summer off.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed I waited so long to check this spot out.
We have a cop going to the school. Got retired from being a police officer, and now just doesn't want to be on point. Wants to just deal. I mean, the nice thing about being a casino dealer.
Police officer now,
no,
man.
tough. Being a casino dealer, you just take your apron off, you go home.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to move up the ladder. You could just deal. And
Best
if you're at the Cosmo,
part about the job, you have no toolbox.
yep,
You don't have no homework.
nothing.
You don't have no project due.
Yeah, I we
just
have
wash your hands.
we have 2 people at the school who are DOD employees. I can't tell you who they are, obviously, but you know, they retired from the Department of Defense. One of them in intelligence, you know, and they want to be a dealer because they don't want any calls. They don't want to do any security clearances. They don't want to do anything. They just want to chill and be a dealer. That's the one greatest thing about this job. For me, that was the greatest thing about it because when I got out and I needed something to do, you're dealing a game. And you don't have to take responsibility for crap. You know, who cares? You got a guy. Sometimes you got someone behind you supervising, but who cares? It's only in the moment.
But let me tell you something. There's knuckleheads everywhere.
No, there are knuckleheads everywhere. I know. Hit the strap. Hey, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back. What we're gonna do is at some point we're gonna get to. I got one more story I wanted to go over with. I want to go over with Scott, and then we're gonna bring Dennis in here.
You got it, brother.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Cause we've been doing the me and him do D&D after dark. So we keep everybody. We have this
Dave
new,
and Dennis after dark.
After dark.
I love it.
Yeah, we're starting a new podcast.
Anytime
by the
you
way.
can get me an early out, I'm still a crap dealer at heart.
That's
Still
true.
a crap dealer at heart. Anytime you can get me an early out, brother,
Yep.
you just
All right, we're
tap me on the shoulder,
Yep.
and I'll tap out.
Yeah. All right, last one. Ready? All right,
Go,
last one.
Go.
So Fremont Street Experience is just did 25 years last year. They weren't able to really celebrate that. And they added the canopy and all the digital stuff, and they created this whole experience. What were your first thoughts when you because you were here before they did this?
I was working at the Nugget before Canopy.
Yeah, before I was there too.
I was at the Nugget BC, man.
So I had my own opinion about the
Before
canopy,
Canopy, yeah.
before the canopy. What did you think about it when they were first installing the canopy? Do you remember?
I like the idea for a couple reasons because when, back in Philadelphia, they have, that's kind of like, I was born in Philly and I'd like to go there a lot and seeing some of the historic stuff. And they had these cobblestone streets where there was no cars and traffic and it was just foot traffic. And I really liked that concept because working at the Nugget and trying to go across the street to the shoe or something like that, the traffic was a drag. I don't know if anybody ever said anything to anybody, but the summers get really hot out here, and if the sun's beating down on you, it's got to help a little bit.
Yep.
The only thing about it was the technology in the shows were pretty ordinary at the beginning.
At the
But
beginning,
it's pretty awesome now.
No, now it's been upgraded.
Oh yeah, it's been upgraded multiple times.
So 100%, I might have been at the Fitz. I believe I was working at the Fitz when they were before they actually installed, when they first sort of shut down the street, and then they were working through the beginning
Didn't you
parts
like
of
that
it.
part though?
No, yeah, I love that you walked across. There was no more cars.
I got to tell you though,
Yeah.
I am so not the street people and the
You don't like the
knuckleheads
guy that you could kick in the nuts for $1?
Diaper man.
A diaper man, by the way. That
Diaper
is just
man.
one lazy entrepreneur, dude. I don't get that guy.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people think my mother-in-law used to love that, man. Karen's
Really?
Mom, she loved that.
The diaper guy?
She liked the whole scene.
He went out and got a pack of Depends and said, "Listen, I'm in business."
And then he got the wings. He was diaper
I mean,
man.
diaper
Angel.
man. I mean, and by the way,
But,
and
I mean, they got young ladies out there.
they love it.
But it's still there's kids walking.
I know. Well, that's what they try to clean that up. But man, all he needed is
They need
one
to
pack
get-
of Depends, and he was in business, dude.
Just they don't need that.
I agree with you. I think it
We
got a
don't
little
need that.
quirky.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? I think Derek and the powers that be should get together and tell
Yep.
those guys not in my backyard.
No, I know. They
You know
should
what I
clean
mean?
that
Like
up.
you can't. Are they all licensed? Do they have a business?
I don't think
license?
so. And
They-
Batman was
are they
beat up
paying-
like 3 times
are
down
they
there,
paying-
dude.
Good. I hope he took a beating.
He did take a beating.
Yeah.
Because all the college kids come in, we've talked to Batman a few times.
See, like that was my strategy.
Yeah.
I used to say, because I'm a big First Amendment guy. I get
Yeah.
it. But when you're walking down the street with your wife on the strip, or
Yeah.
you're with your family,
Yeah.
and you got these knuckleheads passing out the stripper cards.
Yeah, the
and
stripper
all that
cards.
stuff.
Yeah, they cut down on that a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know how you cut down on that?
Yeah.
You get retired linebackers to come in and just start taking dudes out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it doesn't pay to do it.
Don't you remember when they had the magazine
used to
the
hate-
racks all up and down the strip
Oh, it was
everywhere? They took
unbelievable.
them all out. They
Yeah, well,
they
that's
passed
a-
the
that's a
zoning
good-
law,
but-
got rid of all of them.
And I've only walked on the Strip maybe 10 times in my life. I've been here
Wow.
for 30 years.
Wow.
I mean, like, actually, because that's like the worst thing I want to do is when friends
Yeah.
come out, like, let's take a walk on the Strip. I'd rather stick needles in my eyes. Okay? Really.
Yeah.
But when you go and do it and you see what the experience is,
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about mom and pop from Iowa.
Yeah.
What's their takeaway going back home?
No, it's,
What do they share?
that's why
with
they
their
have
friends?
these circles now. You're supposed to stand in the circle, and that way that gives the person walking a chance to just avoid them. You know, not interact. But it's hard. Yeah. So Canopy has come a long way. I was skeptical they could pull it off because at that time I always knew the casinos weren't all allies. You know, they're very much competitors.
Great.
And having one street and creating a theme and
But here's
coming
the thing.
together.
Here's the thing.
Yep.
Doing this for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
we fiercely protect our database. We don't share customer information.
Yep.
But what do we share? We share the common theme of success. What am I talking about?
Yep.
If there's card counters or bad guys or pad posting teams in town, we share that information with everybody.
Yep.
Because you expect that professional courtesy. Be on the lookout.
Right.
Right? If there's an amendment about to come down that's going to hurt the industry, everybody gets together and starts to help out with it. You know what I mean? And fight against it. I love the way the casino business circles the wagons to protect us. And when I say us, is the team members that work in these joints.
Yep.
So can you imagine having to go get the Binion family, Mr. Wynn, whoever was running the Fitz back then and all that, get all these guys together, the Gawns probably, right?
Yep,
Jackie
Gawns.
Gawn had to be in town, right?
Yep. No, he was still around.
alive,
Yep.
right?
Plaza and
But
Cortez.
he's probably the one who thought of it. Do you know what I mean? That's how visionary he was. But if you get all those, and they all have egos,
Big egos.
can't fit through your doorway here.
No, big
Right?
fat egos.
Big time egos.
Yeah.
Right? But to get them all on the same page, to chip in the bucks, to put the canopy in, you're asking me how I feel about the canopy. Can you imagine asking Mr. Wynn or asking Jackie Gawn or Benny Binion? You know, these guys were all in on it.
No, Wynn was all in. I know Wynn was in it. Wynn was all in. He wants to canopy the Strip. He thinks the Strip should be just one playground. And I love this idea of, you know.
So shut down traffic on the Strip?
Yeah. He thinks that ultimately the way to, I mean, it's a parking lot now. It's so difficult to move around. It takes away from that experience. I mean, clearly.
It literally took me, I live less than 3 miles from here.
Yep.
It took me 30-some minutes to get here.
No, 100%. We tried to pull out here one time on a Saturday just
and dude,
to go
I didn't
to go to
drive down
Veer.
the Strip. I had to cross the Strip. It still took that kind of time.
We had to go to Veer because you have no choice but to go into the front at that time. And 45 minutes. The problem is the infrastructure is not in place to deviate that traffic. There's no solution right now. Eventually, maybe there could be.
Could you imagine what Covell and Paradise would look like?
I mean,
those did
those
something
would be
like
the
that?
new parking lots, you know. So that would be a thing. But and I love this idea like resorts is opening. Like at first, people expect resorts to take business away from some of the other properties, Aria, Cosmo. But ultimately, I think it'll increase the footprint. There's new reasons and more reasons, like Circa. Circa gave people more reasons to come to Vegas as a destination, you know, ultimately. And interestingly, Derek that was his presentation when at the VIP party. His presentation was all about, you know, rising tide, you know, rises all ships kind of thing. That, you know, he was there to create more synergy and create a more dynamic environment downtown, give people more reasons to stay downtown, spend their money. And that's true. You know, there's a lot of overflow. There's a lot more experiences to have.
But you got to get back to the value message.
No, I really think
there's
so.
not much value at Circa.
No, there's no value at Circa.
I love what they got going on.
Yep.
But I get to go out to the stadium pool.
Yeah.
And that can of beer is $20.
Dude, ridiculous.
Come on, man.
No, I think
it's like
that's the poor way over there. Is we've tried to interact with like the Cabana, the swimming pool, and let's just say, bring a credit card with some available money because it's
let's
not
just say
cheap.
you better hit a taxable on your way over.
It really is not cheap.
No,
And
nothing is.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
I love the place.
Yep.
I have big respect for what they did, but man,
way too expensive.
it's really.
It's trying to be a strip
there's
joint
all
downtown.
Quarter crap games.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
all quarter games everywhere.
Tough gig.
I mean,
Tough play.
I'm the value guy. I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree.
isn't it time for Dennis?
It is time for Dennis.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, you're out of here.
it's time for Dennis Leon. Let's bring him
Scott,
on.
Thank you, sir, very much. I
You're my man.
appreciate you always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank
All
you
right.
very much. Love you, Karen.
We're gonna go D&D after dark.
D&D After Dark. Dennis,
You
do
don't
your
need the
thing.
switcher, buddy. Just bring your ass over here. We're gonna do
Thank you,
15
brother.
more minutes with
Appreciate
the
you,
Dennis.
man.
Thank you. As long as Dennis can stay up. Dennis, are you sleepy, buddy? Is it past your bedtime? I know he already slept.
Dennis, thank you.
Mr. Scott, sir, thank you. Let my mother know I'm an adjunct professor, please. For the love of God, let her know.
I talked it up the whole night.
Really?
I had her blow like a Christmas tree.
No, she's very proud.
Oh,
No,
this is
good
how it is
stuff.
to see
Yeah, are you
Dennis,
gonna
eh?
fade to black? You gotta fade to black. Then
we
you
gotta
gotta
fade to
switch
black?
over. Yes. See you, buddy. But we had a lot of great. You gotta fade to black. Go. Welcome back, everybody. It's D&D After Dark, and we're gonna have our own show. But right now we're like that spin-off. It's a spin-off
We're
show.
the spin-off. What are we the spin-off to?
I mean, we're just a spin-off to nonsense. This is extra nonsense at the end of our. This is a less serious version of the show.
No, super serious. I don't know what you're talking
Super
about.
serious? Yeah,
Super
that's not
serious.
even possible. And the reason why we do this is me and Dennis, of course. You know, this. If you don't know, he's our lead admin and he's my assistant, and we have a
That's
pretty
all my badge says.
fantastic relationship. And it's just been. It really has been a really fantastic experience having you on board.
It's been a crazy journey.
It has been a crazy journey. You are assistant number 7.
Uh,
Not exactly 7. All right. I love the long. Yeah, he's got big hair that we're all jealous of. He's got a lot of hair. And anyways, all right, ready, buddy? I got the first story for you. We're gonna get right to some of the.
oh,
nonsense.
I get a story.
No, you get news, dude. You get
I
commentary.
do get news. Oh my god.
This is old meets new. Old meets new. Okay. So on the way, there's this you remember that place we went to the other day where we had the sherbet or whatever the hell it was. It was like the some kind of cream, but it wasn't ice cream. It was that we went to that window, and there were all the firemen there.
Oh,
And
that place.
there was like a
Yeah,
homeless
yeah,
person
yeah.
about to get down one of the fire. You know what I mean? Remember that place? Okay. Right next to there, or right near there, there used to be called the White Cross Pharmacy.
Okay.
And believe it or not, when I was young, the White Cross Pharmacy used to have, and this was a thing back in the day, there was a countertop, and people would, cafeteria style, they'd come down, sit at the counter, and they would order a coffee, a cake. You know, you ate at the a diner. It was like a diner.
Yeah.
But a lot of these diners were in small towns throughout everywhere. Were at the pharmacy. The local pharmacy was also the local diner, the local
interesting.
countertop. So on the way in to get your drugs or whatever the hell else, you know what I mean? No, seriously, it was the center of town. You would sit down at the countertop and have. Well, the very last one in Vegas went out of business 2012. In fact, even before then, the countertop was taken out. It was called White Cross.
Okay.
And it's right there on Main Street. It's right before the Strat. It's gotten really decayed.
Oh, I actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah, not a
Yeah.
lot of people remember that. Yeah. So anyways, so it's somebody bought it and they're gonna invest $20 million to renovate it.
A whole 20. Really?
20 million, dude. Oh yeah, because it's a big space. It takes up a lot of big corner.
So wait, is it gonna be the same thing or is it gonna be
No,
completely
no,
different?
they're gonna the diner thing is probably out. They might have some food. So I was thinking, what do you think should be there? It's right by the Strat. It's right on Main Street. So he's trying to fill it with all these new stores. What kind of stores do you think they would have there, buddy?
Stores?
Yeah.
We gotta have a souvenir shop there. dude.
Educate. What kind of shop?
Souvenir shop?
Oh, a souvenir
You
shop.
have to have one.
100%.
There's no
That's
way you-
ideal.
There's no way you
And
don't.
because every other square mile of Vegas has a massage parlor, you need to have a massage parlor upstairs.
I think this one we could skip
Even
the
the
massage
school
parlor.
now has a massage parlor. Holy crap!
Yeah, above the school. No, not in the school.
By the way,
above the school.
the lady taking all those showers, she's coming down, and I have to say, I might have to get a massage. That could be massage
and fade
material.
to black.
I'm just saying. I waved hello. Maybe she gets good massages. She takes a lot of showers, dude. They're
Depends
working
on-
that shower overtime. I'm not sure. Every
on
time
what
I
type
go up
of
there, she
massage.
says, I'm in the shower, huh?
Depends on what type of massage you want.
Listen here, fella. All right, back to White Cross Pharmacy, because do you think they're going to keep the White Cross name? Because that was like the thing.
I don't think so, actually.
No? They're going to get rid of it?
I think they're gonna go for a full rebrand.
Full rebrand?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's just I don't know what the hell I'm talking
So
about.
we got a massage parlor, maybe a tattoo shop. There used to be some
you know
good-
what? Actually, a tattoo shop would be great there.
And, there is some of the art. It's sort of near the art stuff.
Art district. Yeah, that'd be nice. I always like the the art here in the art district, but it's not really in like downtown.
It's a bit of a walk.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's
you
a
gotta
bit of a walk.
away.
So what you're saying is Taco Bell in the parking lot, a Taco Bell little taco stand, huh? What do you think? We went out. We had tacos the other day from different taco trucks. That's the next D&D.
Yeah,
All right.
next
Well,
D&D.
anyways, yeah. I used to love the diner, man.
Oh,
You always
I actually like this
they
comment.
used what do you got?
So what's that?
Boba shop?
It should be Charlie's Kim's Boba Shop.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. He's been on Alex. I wonder if he still thinks that Alex is gonna start a boba shop just because. Oh yeah, no, they should put. You know what I think on it? They were trying to do this. They were gonna have this whole parking lot dedicated to nothing but food trucks, but it would have to be at a place like they have them at First Friday. Is it First Fridays?
First Fridays, and then we have a foodie fest. We haven't had it last year, but the year before that we had a foodie fest.
They got to find a place somewhere that's high traffic, high visibility. You can just park all those fantastic food trucks. I would do that.
You know what I think would be great? So
Yeah.
There's a lot of places downtown, but you would have to close the streets, so like no cars can go through.
100%. They do that. First Fridays, food trucks line up. You know, the thing with the food trucks is, holy crap, they're expensive. Like, what happened to food trucks being cheap?
Oh
dude?
no, yeah, I know. When you go down there on First Friday, you're like, oh, this is gonna be cheap, and then you're
Food
like,
truck.
oh crap.
I know. I went to get one of those. They have Cousins Lobster because I saw them on Shark Tank. They were on Shark Tank. They raised money on
Yeah.
Shark Tank to build out their food trucks here in town. Like, I was literally one of the people watching their show. I feel like I contributed to their success before I had even eaten at the lobster place.
And then you saw the price tag.
And then they want $24 for a little. I was like, good Lord. I'm like, don't you know I was watching your show? I get a coupon? I was there. I was literally. I was cheered for you in the back. I
Here's
saw
a
that
cheer
episode.
coupon.
I saw that episode. They did great, dude. Two cousins from Maine, dude, catching lobsters, thinking, hey, let's bring these lobsters to Vegas. Who thinks about bringing lobsters to Vegas? When years and years ago, seafood in Vegas, like fresh seafood, was like, are you kidding me? What did you get? You pulled it out of Lake Mead? There was no where. What do you mean fresh seafood? Who knew you could fly the crap in? And what kind of seats do they have? These seafood. When I first heard they were flying the seafood in, I was literally like beside myself. What makes that fresh? I mean, where are they coming from that's so fresh? I never heard of any kind of fresh seafood coming from L.A. Basin or Long Beach, like quite literally, because you're gonna glow.
You gotta fly it in. It takes like 30 minutes.
But if you're gonna fly, they got Maine lobster. You're gonna fly it in because they fly it in on ice. They keep it alive. It gets here and it's like they wake it up. It's like in a hibernation mode. Then they wake it up.
It's in like cryogenics.
Because the lobsters they freeze them and then when you put them into hot water they go, ooh crap, that's hot. Have you seen that, buddy? Have you seen that? So the cold water it sort of slows down the metabolism. They sort of fall asleep.
No, yeah, I know.
Then you wake them up. And then you eat them. It's terrible.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. You get taken
woke
from your
up
home.
just in time for us to have put some butter on your ass.
Yeah, you get taken from home.
Yeah.
You get frozen.
Yeah.
And then the second you wake up, dead.
Oh my God, this is genius. Can I see a comment here from Chris P. Ever tried Taco Bell Cantina? Wow. They have a cantina? Are you kidding me? That's genius. He doesn't understand the branding that goes into Taco Bell. They were selling Taco Bell sneakers. I actually saw somebody in those Taco Bell sneakers. They look fantastic. Have you seen the Taco Bell sneakers, dude?
Yes.
They had
it
a
wasn't
Taco
that
Bell
impressive.
hotel.
Okay.
Oh my God, you're crazy. Anyway, so here's the thing. All right. Here's another thing. Ready? I want to say this just because Imagine Dragons, guy. They're local. They actually grew up in this. I mean, when you say that Vegas doesn't have there's Imagine Dragons. What's that other big ass group that came out of Vegas? There's a few of them.
I don't know who you're talking about actually.
You don't know who I'm talking about? Because you don't know about this kind of pop culture things.
I knew about Magic Dragons. Believe it or not, here's a little fun fact. They used my high school for one of their music videos.
No, this is a really? They use your high school, Las Vegas?
Yeah, we had to they made us clean the high school because Imagine Dragons was coming.
The Killers, dude.
Oh,
also
someone
coming
beat
out of
you to
Vegas.
it,
Yeah, the Killers, dude. Oh, fantastic. I have them on my thing. The Killers, Imagine Dragons. Yeah, Killers, dude. Huge. Great music. Yeah, Taco Bell also has makeup, man. You don't know what you're talking. You don't know what you're missing, man. You don't know what you're missing.
Why is it like every time
Listen
you
here,
have
fella.
to bring up
All right.
Taco Bell? Are they
So-
sponsoring you secretly?
So here's what I want to do this only because there's lots of we were talking about how brands sometimes get lost in like messaging. They try to message because that's all they care about is like really it just circles back to buy my stuff.
Yeah.
You come out with a shirt that says, Pride shirt on it, and now you got a rainbow shirt, and you want to sell it, and you come up with some idea on how to make money.
Yeah.
So we have a couple events going on here in Vegas, but most of all, I will tell you, like the end of every year, we end up with a lot of extra crap around the holidays, right? And not this last holiday because we were COVID, and the holiday before.
A little mayhem,
Yeah, we were low on everything. So the holiday before, we had a whole bunch of stuff left over, and we were calling around to all the charities, and we had collected donations, canned goods, money, gift certificates, all sorts of crap.
Oh, really?
And having been homeless myself, right, we were like informing people, hey, bring it, because people on the street need toothbrushes and combs, and they need deodorant. They need personal care things. And deodorant, for those of you that laugh about the whole deodorant thing, is because people can feel they're ready to get a job. They can feel better about themselves, quite literally. Because if you wake up and smell yourself, it doesn't smell so great. It's a takeaway from doing anything else, okay? So having hygiene products is big because it gives you self-esteem. And
it's more for the mental thing than it is for
it
everyone
really
else,
is, man. You have no idea. And having towels and clean socks, these kinds of things you don't think about. Food is good because you need food, but you need all this other stuff that goes along with what we consider a quality of life. You know what I mean?
Yes, agreed.
So we call around, and we call around. Me and Alex are calling around, and we've got like 8 boxes of stuff and about $1,500 in cash, in gift certificates, not cash, but gift certificates for like Target, Walmart, everything else. Nobody wants to take it.
Really?
Yeah. So I call the youth center, the LBG. We have an LGBT youth center here in town. We go by it all the time. And where it's at, it's in the downtown area. It provides a lot of services for everybody. There's homeless people go there. It's got all sorts of counseling service, other stuff. They're like, yeah, we'll come pick it up right now. They came over and picked it up. And now, so they are now creating a clinic, a medical clinic, which in their area where they're at, there is no such thing. You can't get any kind of support or help like that. And they have a clinic, and so Imagine Dragons guy donated his house to the youth center.
Oh yeah, I actually saw this.
His whole house, $1 million home, donated the whole house for counseling, and they're putting together this clinic, and the clinic has had a lot of success raising money. That's going to be our other town. We're going to want to see this youth center because that's where people need to pivot. That's one of those pivot places where people can go from literally like, I don't know what I am, who I am, where I am, and now you got a place to be safe and find support no matter what age you are, even though it's youth center, whatever. It's not just youth, but where they're at, they can provide a lot of great services. So that's a fantastic stories. Anyways, I know. So a little mixed stuff there. So here, Las Vegas Sands ended up making a massive donation. But anyways, that was my last story. All right, what else we got? What do we got going on in the world of Dennis? What's Dennis doing?
Work, I do.
Have you guys met Mar? Mar is now working for Dennis.
Mar is my first employee.
We got Mar. You guys like Mar? So Mar's been contributing to the commentary. It's mostly like Alan Toy commentary because he needs a lot of hand-holding. Is he still out there? Poor Alan. Alan's
Pusher, are you there?
Yeah. Mr. B, thank you. Not eating Taco Bell. Oh, that's disappointing. Either is Dennis. Dennis is not a big talk. How come I can't go back to the beginning of the chat?
Because the chat
follows
disappears.
the thing. The chat disappears.
At some point. So it's saved technically in Google's thing, but they can't show it all because it requires too much bandwidth.
It requires too much bandwidth. Really, the chat does, not the billions of movies.
No, but at once while you're live, you know what I mean?
Oh, really? The chat.
Having that cache into your thing is too much.
All right, well, here's what they got. Oh, they catch it in the morning and process it and send it to the airport. No, that I believe. As far as the seafood. Yeah, Mar, we love Mar. She's been commenting. She's the one who follows up on the videos. So we have her so that we can answer. Because there were some people who were like, yeah, David and Alex never comment. First of all, I don't want to be too depressed and jump off a cliff.
Well, the comments are a lot more positive than when you used to read them, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone used to tell me to shut the hell up.
Yeah,
hard to do a podcast. I
don't see those comments anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she delete them all? What
no,
happens?
She doesn't delete the comments.
Really? I know.
I think it's number one. You have a podcast where you talk, so either they left or they just had to deal with it. Number two, I think we really have a lot of positive people.
We do have. We stick with positivity. I love the fact that we have a diverse audience.
Yeah.
Diverse audience.
When you guys come down, it's never just like one type of person.
Everybody's happy just to be here and just focus on gaming. No politics, nothing like that.
Yeah.
We had this guy come in the other day who was not with us. He was with Maul, and he started talking politics. We were like, out.
Yeah. No.
Out. No politics. We got enough. Let's just keep it. We're all going to be. It's all about the gambling and being positive. All right. Well, so we have Mar doing the commentary. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Everything.
I know.
Quite literally.
You got some new graphics.
I'm finally getting business cards. This is a shocker.
He is getting business cards.
It only took like 6 months about talking about it to get business cards.
I wanted to put bitch mouth on there, but they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like, hey, here's my business card, and they're gonna be like, bitch.
He's a bit abrasive, by the way. You guys, when you call and you talk to him, he's so nice. I had to train him to be nice, just so you know.
No, this is true.
This is true.
This is true.
When he talked to people originally, he was always so short. He was basically like, you would call, and he's a nice kid, by the way. He really is. He's a nice person. He has a lot of empathy, smells the flower. He's really a nice person. But when he talks to people at first, he doesn't like. There's no context. He's like, yeah, what do you want? You know what I mean? He's
okay,
like,
not that.
I
rude.
mean, but he can be really rude. And then when you're done, normally people will say, thank you for calling. Have a nice day. He'd be like, okay, bye. Just like some of you that have kids out there, you know exactly what I mean. They no niceties, no nothing. They're just done, moving on.
Well, the issue is at home, everyone's very direct. Like when I go home, there's no niceties in my house. It's just here's the fact, deal with it.
Yeah, that's it. No, he all right, let's get back. Come on, let's hey, everybody, if you're still there, you're still out there, send us your comments or questions, because apparently the chat thing, it was a whole bunch of really good chatter earlier, and of course I didn't have anything to write anything down with, so there's a couple of really good questions. All right. It's great. We've had a few like table game directors come in, and he doesn't know who they are, and he's like, who are you? He's like, and they're like, I'm the guy. And they're like, who are you? And, he's like, well, I'm the guy. They're like, because they're all, there's a lot of egos in this business. And Alex, Dennis could care less who you are. He just literally, if you don't have a taco for him, he just like, listen, he's checked out.
Oh, funny story. Dave was going to give me a little shit for this one.
Uh-oh.
But, I hung up on Fox 5.
Oh, he did. He's such a little bastard.
I hung up on Fox 5.
He's
like, yeah, we want to do a story on CJ. I was just like, yeah.
I don't care. Yeah, he's like, and then I asked him, why did you hang up on the Fox 5? And he's like, yeah, because you didn't say anything. I'm like, what?
No, that's not what I said. I said, because here's the thing. My whole point is the reason I answer the phones and why they don't, because they used to, is because everyone wants to talk to them, and then they spend like an hour on the phone because this guy doesn't want to hang up. So my thing is just gatekeep, right? No one's allowed. No one's allowed to talk to Alex or David. So if you call me and you say, I want to talk to Alex and David, I'm not gonna hand the phone over. It's not just be like, okay, here you go. I'm gonna sit there and be like, why do you want to talk to them?
Yeah, we
They're
get a lot of
busy.
calls. We get some weird calls. We get people pissed off at the roulette videos, like, you bastards, I went to the casino and I bet my wife and now she's not my wife and I'm looking for a new wife and Alex did this to me and who do I talk to? He's a complaint department. That's why you gotta have every good complaint department needs a good bitch mouth. Anyways, all right, ready? Dude. Forget Taco Bell. I got one more comment for Taco Bell because this sounds. If Taco Bell got a liquor license, that would be just forget about it.
They have a liquor license.
No way.
On the strip.
Oh, really? Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm not the biggest. The thing about Taco Bell is I like the Dorito tacos. Everything and the Mexican pizza they got rid of. So they were dead to me for a minute when I found that out. Because every now and then, if I was really, out of my whatever sorts, I always loved ending the night with a Mexican pizza. In fact, if I knew I was gonna like have a few drinks at home, I would stop at the Taco Bell, get a Mexican pizza, take it home with me. I put salsa on it. And by the way, did you know those Mexican pizzas, they last they don't go bad. They're like that. Because I had one literally like 3 days later and I go to open it and I had forgotten I had bought it and I was like, holy crap, that looks fresh. I'm in. That was good. Hey.
So here's a couple things.
Go ahead.
Robert Barnes says, "Did you see my earlier comment where a dealer at my local casino is a fan of both of your channels?"
Yeah, because first of all, I love the dealer part the most. I love all your fans. I love the thing, but the fact that we have dealers following us is fantastic, because I'm a dealer.
Yeah.
And that's like goes to like just our credibility as dealer. We're dealers. That's what we are. We start as dealers. That's it. That's what I know. Interestingly, you guys out there, I use Dennis as a sounding board because he's young and I'm not so young, and YouTube is sort of a young thing, even though a lot of us older people love it, which I do now. And we were actually reading about this guy wrote a story about how he failed at YouTube, because we've always wondered, like, okay, what makes people watch us? What makes people want to see our stuff or watch our videos? And it's because that's what we do. That's our passion. Our passion is literally this is what we do. We mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
It's this other guy started this average white guy started a channel about BTS.
And he didn't care for it.
And
yeah.
And at first he had some success, and then he writes an article how he's just so he's trying to educate people on how not to do YouTube. It's pretty basic. Like, do what you love, find your passion, go do that. Let people experience your passion. That's what when people ask me like what it was that I was successful, how did we find success? And we are finding success. There's no doubt about it, right? It's because I just focused on doing what I loved. And most of the time I was really nervous and awkward. I had no idea. I was in this business for 30 years, but I had some promotions, but for some reason everything would like fall apart sometimes, and I would end up back to square one. I've been evicted in this town like twice, many years ago, but still, this is what we love, and
yeah, gotta follow your passions.
Timmy does what he loves. He loves YouTubes. And he loves perfume. Yeah. Before he started his perfume channel, he was all about the perfume. He told me the whole story. He looked around and said, what do I do that I'm passionate about? He collected perfume. He knew about when you hear him talk about the smells and everything, it's like, holy crap.
He really knows what he's talking about.
You're like, who knows that stuff?
Not
you know
me.
what I mean? I mean, I can't do it. Anyways, all right, ready? What do we got here? Hey, you know what's good? Hey, before I'm going to let you talk, I promise. I'm not going to take all the time. The Tracy Ullman Show, which you don't know, that's how the Simpsons got. That's like us. See, we're segueing. The end of our normal podcast, it's us.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut us. He's going to cut like the last one we did with Trent. He's going to cut that because there's a great story about in there, by the way.
It's already cut, by the way.
It is? You have it ready to go? We're going to put this up on podcast tomorrow. I'm going to have him put it up on the podcast tomorrow. It's a new one. We'll put it up on our channel, and then we'll put it up on the podcast. And it's a really good story, dude. I listened to it. It was good stuff.
we got demonetized for that one.
We did get demonetized, but that's okay. Who cares? It's a great story that we need to share with the world, buddy. We don't need to make money off of every kind of story, or do we? Never mind. All right, go.
Anyways, I wanted to go back to the passion thing because it really is about following your passion.
Yep.
I mean, funny enough, me following my passions will let me here.
You're a passionate bitch mouth.
No.
Oh my god.
Video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I was even referred to this job. It's not the end thing I ended up doing, but I still love what I'm doing.
No, you're a passionate nerd, dude. You're a big fat nerd. Look. I'm surrounded by cameras and tech. You kidding me? I couldn't do this. And like in a year from now, I'd have to go. Look, he set this whole thing up.
Well, they can't see.
He knows. Oh yeah, you can't see. I'm looking like, oh yeah, guys.
Yeah,
hey.
just turn around.
Yeah, look around. No, there's like 3 cameras here. There's all this equipment, and it was a bit of a learning curve. We've evolved the sound. Remember, the sound didn't start out so great.
Yeah.
We have Kelly's son coming back next week, by the way. Get ready for that one. Let's not screw that one up again. We're gonna screw that. But he put all this together, man. He's the guy. I mean, Alex too played a role in this as well. But I mean, he literally put all this together. That's what you love. You love tech, and this is tech. We're quite literally.
Movies, tech.
Congratulations, young man. 20-year-old. Holy crap.
Another question. Tony C asked if I'm from Vegas, and yes, I am born and raised. I did live a couple years in California, but for the most part, my whole life has been spent here. I was born here.
You ready? You were born here. Yeah, you spent your whole life here.
Yeah, I'm one of the rare few unicorns out here. Not so much anymore.
You are. Yeah. Okay, ready? Let's go over to some of these really good questions or comments First of all, Tony, yes. I always find that if I walk in literally to play Keno, and I use that as a reference because I play Keno a lot. If I'm positive, I walk out, I wouldn't say more often winning, but those are the days I win. When I go in just irritated and pissed off and bloated and I'm not feeling so well. Yeah, I mean, I don't win. I don't know what it is. I think the universe has power, dude. I don't care I don't care the math. The math and all that stuff doesn't matter. I think the universe has power, dude. I think there's power in the universe. I think if you put it out there, we focus on the positive stuff. Look at all the haters that hate on us. Look at that. Like the one dislike. I saw that comment. We get 1 or 2 dislikes, and we know before the video has even been up for a second, it's disliked. There's someone immediately as they get alerted, and the fact that they alert themselves, how petty is that? They alert themselves to our video and downvote it before they even had a chance. Without any content coming out, they downvote it. We see it. We actually, because Timmy has said, like, when he posts it, the first second downvote. You know what I mean? Before it has a chance. I mean, that's just petty.
It is petty.
That is just petty and just. But how great is that somebody? Because apparently with it's just about engagement. With YouTube, it's engagement, so that actually helps us.
Every negative comment helps the video go further, by the way.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I didn't know that at first. I was a little butthurt about it. I was like, who the hell? We think we know who it is. You know, well, there's a lot of haters. A lot of people haven't been fans. We had one guy who didn't show up for work 3 times in a row and got pissed off that we couldn't, like, dude, you didn't show up for work. What do you want me to do? Yeah. We're trying to pay you for we got to pay you for showing up for work. Anyways, yeah, we think that's pretty much the guy because he was a little bit hurt. Okay, so I have agreed to hang out with Alex every now and then with you guys and just share stories while you guys play, if that's a thing. You know what I mean? We'll figure that out. Give some background. Talking on the phone with Dennis. Oh, I know. Yeah, no, the Hollywood and movie industry has given up calling Dennis.
Yeah, don't call me because it's not gonna go well for you.
If you're rude and obnoxious and it's the movies. But it's the movies. This guy's like, we're the movies.
This is filming.
So?
Filming.
Like, oh yeah, that's what he said. He's like, this is film, and we're like, oh my god. Click. You know the funny thing is we laugh now, but so like weeks later I heard this guy's like legit. He's like a legit agent. I actually talked to someone who we reached out to somebody because we had heard. So if you didn't already know, BBC reached out to us, and we've already done interviews with CNN, Wall Street Journal, a lot of big movie name about Vegas comeback, this kind of thing. And so there's been a lot of people going through the school, even some real bigwigs from Japan, other countries. And it would make for an interesting reality show because we have such a really diverse group of students. Old people, young people, rich people, poor people. I mean, we had a guy the other day who signed up for all the games and needed to refund like 2 days later. It looked like he got,
Martingale?
I mean,
like
not the martingale guy.
I know,
this guy lost all his money. Yeah, lost all his money. I mean, that's Vegas. So, like, can you imagine? It would make for a great reality. Not to mention some of you guys that come out here, lose your ass or win your ass or do other stuff with your ass. A lot of things going on. You know what I mean? And so we've had people reach out and talk to us about, like, reality show, focus on the students. And so it turns out this guy was legit, but apparently they're just really snobby, dude. And
I don't care if he's a real thing.
Yeah,
dude.
no.
I was gonna hang up the phone no matter what.
Can we rent you out? Yeah, you can rent me out. Yeah, I work in the massage parlor upstairs every
God.
couple hours.
Terrible.
Oh man, we're gonna get demonetized again. Holy crap! I did run into a fan who came all the way out here to ask me where I used my dentist. Where I have a dentist.
Oh yeah, no.
Gulpa. All right. Does the Taco Bell on the Strip have a wedding chapel? No way.
No, I don't think so.
Can you imagine driving through, getting married, and a chalupa?
I've been in there because it's
God.
actually worth going in there to see.
Dude.
It's really nice, actually.
It is?
It's
The
really-
Taco Bell? I haven't been to the Taco Bell on the Strip.
It's the only one worth going to.
I only do drive-thrus, dude. That's why we didn't hit El Gordo on the Strip. Although we're going back, we're gonna take all you got. We're gonna bring we're gonna have like a fan day, and we're gonna go with Derek or Rob, Mr. B, so that we have somebody to pay, and we're gonna go hit up the day of El Gordo.
Really? You can get married at Taco Bell? I didn't know that.
They might.
But
That
they
could
don't
be.
have, like,
That
a
makes sense, by the way. That
They
makes
don't have a
sense.
chapel there. I've been there.
Dude, I'm gonna
Is it
be. I'm so embarrassed for everybody out there that got married with 2 Dorito tacos. And like, can you imagine? You drive through and all you have is the 99-cent. You have to get married off the a value menu. Like they have like a value menu option that was like 2 tacos and a marriage certificate.
It's like the cashier is the priest, so it's like, and that will be $25.99.
Dude.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Oh my God! Can you? And then they got Elvis leaning out the window. Here's your tacos and kumbaya to both of you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh my God! I will say this. I haven't been to a whole lot of weddings. I love wedding cake. I've only been to in my entire life. I've only actually been invited to one wedding. By some rude ass mother, and I was like. It wasn't the groom that was, or the bride that was. I was in the parking lot crying. I mean, I was crying because I got sat at the kids table. I got ignored by the whole family. I'm like, they invited me just to be like, screw you kind of thing. I don't know what the hell that one happened there. But anyways, the other wedding I had the most fun. The weddings I've had the most fun at are the Vegas on the Strip. A la carte weddings where like
Did you just crash the wedding?
Oh, not really. I actually sort of crashed one wedding. If you don't know, I'm a talker, dude. So here's the thing. This is exactly who I am, like literally 24/7. If I don't understand something, I point it out. I like walk up to the counter.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, listen here, fella. What's going on here?
Like that one time at Best Buy, where like they were trying to sell us a warranty, but we didn't understand what
they were selling us a what?
Remember Best Buy? They were trying to sell us the tech support and everything.
Tech support.
But we thought it was
dude,
a warranty, and we're
dude,
sitting there like, what the hell?
Yeah, I told that guy, listen here, buddy. None of this, fancy talk here. Exactly what the hell's going on, and why do you want my information? I mean,
it was like the weirdest thing.
He was like, I was like, dude, you should get into car sales, and he's like, are you gonna come to my house and fix my computer? Like he's making it sound like. He's gonna like throw my computer in his trunk,
and he's like, just leave the computer here. We'll set it up for you. And we're like, what?
Like,
what?
No.
It's actually this computer right here, like right next to David.
So I go to this wedding one time. I'm trying to remember. It was pretty hilarious, dude. I actually had the wedding people. I sort of created a bit of a stir. So I went with this. Two friends of mine. Actually, I say they're friends, but I didn't know them from Jack, dude. I went with another friend of mine who was completely wasted and said, "Listen, I'm going to a wedding. Why don't you come on?" And I'm like, I had nothing else to do. I was actually with a friend of mine. I don't remember the whole details of it. I was with a friend, and we're like, screw it. I mean, quite literally, you look for stuff to do that's cheap when you have no money, right?
Yeah.
And nothing cheaper than a wedding many times in Vegas. That's as cheap as it gets, man. $5, $10. This is like whatever. So we go to this wedding. It's just 2 people, and I'm looking at the people, and I'm like, I'm a little. By the way, at this point, I'm a little high.
Oh, okay.
This is back in my day when I would be like, I didn't have to run too busy. I didn't have to stay alert all the time, and they're asking me for my commentary on what they think I should do, and I'm like, first of all, I identify as a coupon, right? Okay, so the fact that you're at this discount wedding chapel and you're literally looking through, you're at a glass counter. We just came through these 2 glass doors that like exactly what we have at our school, and you're in $0, and you're looking at a book. And there's some 70-year-old guy with an Elvis wig and some kind of weird thing, and it's a flip menu. They have this flip menu book, so you can upgrade your wedding.
So like a catalog.
It's a catalog. Within minutes, you're going to be literally over 5 feet to the right, and Elvis, this Elvis is going to marry you, and boom. So it starts out at like $10, whatever it is. Maybe it's $15. I'm not sure. And they're going through the book, and she's like, well, should I have flowers? And I'm like,
Dude.
Like, why would you want flowers? Like, first of all, we could be in and out in 5 minutes, dude. Now you're going to get flowers. You're going to be another 5 minutes. Like, we got stuff to do. Let's get this over with and be done with it. Let's get to the real party. And she's pulling out her money. And she's talking about, like, well, they're going to gamble later. And they don't have a whole lot of money to spend. And I'm like, well, what's the debate? Like, just But of course, there's a lady at the counter who's trying to talk him into all these upgrades, and the upgrades is a witness.
Witness?
Yeah, one of their witness, and I'm like, well, aren't we a witness? Like they came with witnesses. How many witnesses do you need? Who comes without a witness?
Dude, you need a professional witness.
I guess you might. That's exactly what she's like. Well, this is someone who's gonna sign the certificate, and they could be, what? Like
Dude.
what? Like who you? I don't understand.
Dude.
Like when are we coming back to this chapel?
Professional witness. I don't understand.
But anyway, it goes on for quite a while. So ends up happening is old Elvis comes over to me and says, "Sir, this is how the wedding is run." He's like telling me, he's like, "Sir," because I'm just so amused. I'm so confused at how this is a thing. Because my feeling is, if you're gonna go cheap, just walk in. Here's my money,
$5,
and you're sitting there debating whether you're gonna play $20 in blackjack or you're gonna get a rose for your wedding. At that point, just screw the rose.
Go to blackjack.
You know what I mean? Just go to blackjack. Let's get this over. Get on the blackjack table, and that's Vegas. I mean, I even told him, Dino, it was cheaper to have gone through the drive-thru. I'm like, why didn't you just go through the drive-thru? Like it was literally cheaper to go. Anyways, all right, I'm losing it.
Vegas is so weird that you could just drive through and get married.
Yeah, David a talker, shocked Pikachu. Yeah, I know. I was always a +1. Yeah, they put an end to that. Anyway, all right, ready? Here, hold on a thing, right? They were dead to me. Okay, I gotta scroll back. We actually have some comments here. Okay, ready? Here we go. August meetup date. Yeah, we gotta come out with meetup dates, dude. We gotta do meetups. We gotta have meetups. We gotta go strip walking and get everybody. We're going to get some healthy walking going on.
Well, it's just been a little tough.
It has been a little tough, but all right, we got to work that out. We'll get more on that. It sounds like, okay, we did the wedding chapel. I'm going down. Well, I know they do weddings at least. Yeah, got me through a broken heel. No, that's just true. YouTube, dude. I've really come across over it. Cromwell killed 100 times odds. Oh, yeah, that's...
Really?
Well, let's just say this. First of all, not many people knew how to play 100 times odds. You got to go all put bets, dude. And you got to come with some real money. Why go to that table if you don't come with to play?
Well, just $5 on the line and $500
$500. Yeah, nobody has that kind of nobody. I mean, very few people can play that way, and it's kind of silly. What are you going to do? $10 on the odds, then it's a $10 game, and you're like, holy crap, $1,000 odds. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Well, you gotta do put bets. You don't play regular. You buy the 4 and 10. You put bet everything else all the way across, and just play that way, and just that's it. But there's very few people. So 100 times odds is not all that enticing. 10 times odds is a thing. I would play 10 times odds, but 100 times odds. And by the way, I'm not a big. I was a big fan of Cromwell. We used to have a casino manager there. He was a good friend of ours, and would hire dealers. Okay, so I'm gonna add this. If Alex is out there, they're going. Cromwell is always going for a kind of a look. They like younger people, attractive people. We would always be like, listen here, fella. If you're over 60, we can't send you. Cromwell's not going to be an option. You can apply, but maybe they might not hire you. I mean, at the time. Yeah. And the other thing is with Dre's, they have Dre's up top on the roof. Dre's went all in, made this beautiful nightclub. It's absolutely flippin' stunning. I would experience that long before I went to Circa now, because then I'm on the strip, I'm getting strip amenities, I'm having a good job. But I went to Dre's some time ago when they were in Bally's. There's sort of an underground after hours club. There was a point where they were like between clubs or whatever the case is, and my friend's like, oh my God, you got to go to Dre's. So I go to Dre's. I go to because this story is gonna it's gonna irritate me actually. It's gonna irritate nobody else. Hopefully, I don't know. First of all, this was at a time in my life I had just sold the business and I was sitting on a pile of cash. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with myself, and that's why my friend was always hitting me up. He was one of those friends. We went to a strip club. He was a big and he always brought me to throw the dollars basically. Okay. So we're at Dre's. I pay $100 to get in the door, and I'm standing there, and it's just nothing but a sea of people standing, young people standing, jumping up and down. And I'm 40. I'm like 40. Maybe I'm 37, 38. I forget. This was back in not too
late
long.
40. I mean
16.
Late
How
30s,
old am I? I was
40s.
I was late 30s. This was, and I'm asking my friend, I'm like, holy crap. First, I can't get a beer because I can't even see the bar. I got no idea what's going to happen. And I'm at the age where it's all these young, very pretty people dancing around. And I don't want to move. I'm embarrassed to move. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get through all those young people to get to the bar. And then that guy's all like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to stand back here with my friend and pretend that, I fit in somewhere. And so he's like, no, we can get a booth. Yeah, we can get a booth, because we can get VIP treatment here. I'm like, oh, really? Wow, we can get a booth? And I look over, and we shuffle over, and we see these, like, 3 or 4 booths. There's not a single person sitting in the booth. I'm like, holy crap. Why is everybody standing around over here? They got a booth. You can sit down. And we go to sit down in the booth, and the guy's like, oh no. You can't sit down at these booths. You got to buy 2 bottles of liquor. That's it, just 2 bottles. I'm like, just 2 bottles of liquor? No big deal. I'm like, I'll take Bud Light, please. 2 Bud Lights. And he's like, no, you gotta buy off this list, and we're gonna get you. And I'm like, well, so my friend says, well, I'll order for you. I'll just get the bottles. I'm like, yeah, sure, no worries, right? Because how much can the bottles be?
Oh yeah, this is where you trap yourself.
And he orders 2 bottles of Southern Comfort because he knows I like it. They're bigger bottles, by the way. They're like big. I don't know what the ounces are. You guys know the ounces. And they come up with the charge, and it's $1,500. Yeah, I kid you not. That's literally what it costs, $1,500. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, no, sir. We delivered the liquor. $1,500 to sit there. My friend's like, and then the guy that, it was a security guard too that like brought after the liquor. I don't know, but they brought a big ass security guard. I'm like, holy crap. And he's like, yeah, but I'm gonna bring over some people to sit with you. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm like, dude, yeah, bring them over right away. They could share the cost of liquor. My friend's like, no, they're there to entertain you. I'm like, entertain me? Who do I need to entertain me? I need someone to split the price of this liquor going around. You kidding me? I need everybody come sit down. $100 right here. You get a seat next to David. Like, no, really. And I'm having this debate with my friend, and they're like, no, these are going to be just girls that want to sit down, and then you can sit with them. And I'm like, first of all, why would a girl just all of a sudden want to sit with me? And he's like, well, because we have a seat. Otherwise, they got to stand up. And they don't have to pay. And I'm like, no, they got to pay. They got to pay. I paid $1,500. They got to pay. I need to get some of my money back. That night did not go as well as we thought. And by the way, they wouldn't let us take the liquor out. And I had to pay that security guard $100 to sneak me out. I was taking those bottles with me.
Holy crap.
Those are the most expensive bottles I ever had. And I was making sure I was getting out the back. And he took me. Sure enough, I gave him $100 or $200 maybe. And I got out the back with my liquor.
That was some expensive alcohol,
dude. I was stone cold sober too, man. I sat there the whole time. I actually ordered a Bud Light and drank the damn Bud Light, dude.
David was so pissed that he was like, fuck this, I'm not drinking it.
Coupon sitting with David. That's it. Amazed and got by.
Oh, by the way, we missed that first question before Scott left.
Yeah.
That was, when do you take me out to the Strat?
When are we going to the Strat? Sticky's not even 21. He can't even. Well, he can go up in the ride. We can watch Sticky jump off. I'll be on the bottom. Oh, I'll be at the bottom. I'll catch you, dude. I'll be like, hey, I'm here.
We'll put you on a vest in front of me, so you're.
Yeah, Derek's got to go first. I'm not. There's no way in hell I'm jumping off the damn Strat. Everybody's like, good lord. LP, drink your bottle so you order more. Yeah. Swear to God, that was crazy. Anyways, where did you pick up Spanish? Yo hablo poquito español.
Yo hablo mucho español.
Yeah, I used to speak a little bit back when I was drove my ass to Guatemala and was deployed to other areas where Spanish was important. Donde de baños, de baños, right? De baños.
Yeah,
did I mutilate it?
It's grammatically incorrect, but I'll let it slide.
Yo quiero comida, or you know what I mean, like
I want food, yeah.
Yeah, so things like that, like how do I get food? Where do I take a piss? I mean, all those important things. Yeah, I love Mexico. Yeah, I know. By the way, if I love Mexico, I would be there all the time. Tijuana used to be a fantastic hangout, although I've gotten a few extra gifts from Tijuana here and there, but when I was in the military, you can't drink You could drink on base, but you couldn't go anywhere, right? There was like one state, I think, Vermont maybe, that you could drink at 18, but everywhere else 21, right?
Yeah.
So you go to Mexico. All you had to do is look over the counter, and they give you a beer. It's that easy.
No, seriously.
No,
They
and
don't
by
care.
the way, I loved. Yeah, I mean, when I went to Mexico many years ago, there weren't the same issues the cartel there is now. But I was amazed. I came from a family that had some entitlement issues, and when I first went to Mexico, I ran into one of the first villages that I actually, besides like the normal villages off the highway, it's not so much, but I ran into this village where they had grown cactus that represented some of the street sides and the walls of their houses, and they had made this, and these people, like, all they had was each other, and every night, fiesta. Every night dancing, singing, and it was amazing. I'd never seen anything like that. How these people could be, are you kidding me? You don't have, like, a big ass house and a nice car, and yet you're still flipping happy as hell. And everybody, when I went down there, was just, very helpful and giving. I went to, one of them wanted me to take their daughter with them.
Oh,
that was
I remember
generous.
this story.
That was very generous. I was in Monaco, Monclova. And I met this, I don't know if you, there's a lot of little cities in America where they drive back and forth down the main drag. And, on the weekends, on Friday night, they have all the kids get in their cars and they drive. They have like a main drag in the city center, and they drive and they talk. Mexico City's, all of them do this.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? And so there's people started yelling at me, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I don't even speak, at that time, not really much Spanish. And they were next thing you know, I'm pulled over, we're talking, they're giving us drinks. It was just this fantastic experience. And they found out that I was just driving through at the time. And this family, it was like this girl and her cousin, her brother, this whole family, they let us move into their little villa. They had this little, like, casita. And me and my friend, we lived at the casita for like 2 weeks. I hung out with their whole family and this girl. And they literally sat me down, and they're like, they wanted her to go to, the U.S. and get an education. It wasn't like, weird, or maybe not too, or I could have missed some of the language. It could have been weird. I don't know. Could have been really weird. I don't know. Extra gifts. Oh my God, what's this going
what
on?
kind of extra gifts, huh?
I don't know what this. I think we've lost everybody. Do we even have like a couple people left in here?
We
I'm
have
not really sure.
94 people in here.
Wow, I'm just like talking and having fun.
I'm surprised there is 94 people in here.
Really? Oh, dude.
Yeah. Why?
Here's a little. Some extra gifts. Yeah, the penicillin was key. No, that's true, DJ. That's true. I learned some lessons in Tijuana. I got taught a few things in Tijuana, in the back of a car, in the front of a car, on top
All
of
over
the
the
car. Me and a buddy of mine, we would take this car, and man, was that car was like a home on wheels, dude. Yeah. So that was the thing. I love Tijuana. Revolution Avenue, for those of you who knew that whole area. I think it was Revolution Avenue, something like this. You can go like left or right, and they had all the guys on there.
You were the car. You became the car.
I literally was being ridden like the car. That was kind of a thing. Had my own gear shift in play. How much am I being completely demonetized at this point? Have I lost
there's no
all
way.
credibility?
There's no way the bot would know what you're trying to say.
Really? Because the bot's is smart as hell, dude. That's a really, really smart bot. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it a day because we're losing people. Hey, we'll give you like 5 more minutes. Throw out your questions, whatever you got. Vegas, anything goes. Within reason. We'd love to answer any other questions. Oh, Kelly's son is coming. We are gonna film Tuesday, I believe. We're doing a photo shoot with her here on Monday. Tuesday, we're gonna film, and now that we've got all the sound, everything worked out. We're not going to film it live, though. It's going to be recorded, and then we're going to post it. So it'll be almost live, but it'll be edited. We wanted this to be the highest production quality possible because it's going to go out to, like, all of our movie. By the way, she signed her 2nd movie deal with a fantastic writer. It's the writer I'm most impressed about. The producers, yes, it's got a great production company, done a lot, but the writer is fantastic, and she has a great story. I will tell you that she's literally, like, one of the most down-to-earth. For someone who is literally so rich, and has literally hit the pinnacle of gaming,
she's really nice.
Really sweet lady, dude. You guys would love her, man. She hugs you, she holds you, she talks to you,
Yeah, at the CQ party, she's like, David, like, and then she
Yeah.
went the whole thing. She hugged him.
No.
She's a really sweet person. 100% worth meeting.
Yeah, I probably owe you 2 money. That's true. They'll be like, listen here, dude. There's a profanity bill. Is there such thing? What's going on with the profanity stuff? I don't understand. How can some people can swear all day long and I do one word and it's like demonetized?
Because YouTube's unfair. What do you want from
I
me?
mean, it makes no sense. I don't know why that's a thing. Okay.
Linda, she asked how old I am. David, how old I am?
20 años. 20 años.
I'm 2 years old, just so you know.
Duh. Yeah, no, he's 20. He's gonna be 21 here soon, and soon-ish. I am planning the biggest. He has done so much for our organization. You guys have no idea. He's learned a lot. But it's really been tremendous. I'll be honest. Like I don't think many other people could have done his job, and he has a fresh way of looking at things, a fresh mind. You know what I mean?
Well, I can't take all.
And he's fresh, just fresh, like
just fresh.
I gotta tell him.
I'm out of the womb.
No, well, not just that, but people know what I mean when I say fresh. Like he's fresh.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's a little back talking BM. You know that. Yeah, we gotta like tell him to get off of that. Yeah, fade. You can't even fade to black, dude. It's too far away from you.
I could run over there.
Yeah, you don't need to run. Don't be running and tripping over the wires. A lot of wires.
I was gonna say something nice, but I don't know if you want me to.
No, you don't need to be nice. No one wants. Yeah. Toothpick, Robert B. Yeah. Años and really? There's a difference between años and años. Careful there. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean that's the great thing is Kelly will talk to everybody. She'll literally, if we have her here, you guys are gonna love her. She's just regular. She's like us, dude. She's just like whatever, Yeah, we're gonna have a big fat. We're gonna use Dennis is gonna be the. We want to make that big. We want that to be big. Can you imagine us
You don't have to
if
make
we
it
had
that
the
big.
opportunity?
It's
No, it's
okay.
gonna be big,
Calm.
dude. Imagine if I had the opportunity. My party when I was 21 was not that big. Yeah, I had like a baby and I was driving somewhere and there was diapers involved and it was just that. It was just work. But can you imagine having the opportunity we do with the casino partners we have to kind of make this a thing? And it's going to be your first day gambling with a gambling audience. I mean, come on, it's got to be big. Everybody here that is still in this chat wants it to be big. Trust me.
By the way, if we record that, I know the perfect title for that video.
Oh my god.
Start of degeneracy.
Oh god. Degen day 1. He's going to be like addicted to crack and, homeless and, within inside of a
just
year.
No. Within the day.
I've seen so many people get whacked where they've whacked.
No,
Vegas has
I've
whacked
got
them.
you to take care of me.
No, he's been very responsible. I don't see him going down
Plus,
that route.
I don't think he would let me.
All right, ready? We got some wires there. You need to get a gaffer. Yeah, that's true. We do need a gaffer.
The only reason we don't gaff all these, because I could gaff all these, is just that we take them out. We move them all the time. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Dennis isn't a newbie to getting smashed, by the way.
Anyways,
I don't know anything about that. Let's just say he does things on his own. Drunken, puking.
Anyways, I admit nothing. I plead the fifth on this one. I plead the fifth.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if I had turned 21 in Vietnam? Okay, I can't even go down that path because I would be canceled. I would absolutely be canceled. That leads to so many other things that I can only imagine. Good for you, though, sir or ma'am. Good for you. That would be a fantastic place to. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, we got JK here too. Fantastic.
Someone asked me an interesting question. They said, Dennis, what's the most interesting moment with these guys?
Interesting moment with us?
I have a couple actually.
Really? Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
So
for you.
For me. The most interesting thing with David's always it's never. I can't choose one because David, when we're out, just says the weirdest things and it's hilarious. But we go out sometimes, and especially when he's tired and loopy, he'll just start saying things in the middle of the store, and then he'll say it so loud that everyone around him is looking at him weird.
Yeah.
So then you're like, wait, David, take it. You gotta take it down.
Listen here. Yeah, sometimes I talk a bunch of crap about people in line, or we did some people watching the other day. It was very mysterious. I love people watching.
Or actually, the most interesting for with you is
Yep.
in the first car ride I had with you, because she starts like he has the worst road rage you ever see in a person.
Well, I'll get all my aggravation out
Okay,
on the road.
Road rage in the sense of like he will just talk a lot of smack.
Yeah, a lot
He
of
won't
smack.
like chase you down or anything.
No, they chase me down.
But he'll sit there and like just start fucking screaming at everybody.
Yeah, I get it all out. See, that's why I can be real friendly and nice here because I get it out on the road. I tell everybody that's the thing. As long as you don't hurt anybody, don't engage in any like shootings or killing anybody, you got to join the line somewhere.
The most interesting with Alex was when he showed me all his Twitch sounds when we started Twitch.
Yeah.
And it was like he was just and I was like, wait, this is the person I work for?
Yeah. Alex, if you guys have a chance to meet Alex, one of the most fun I have with Alex is his facial expressions are fantastic.
Oh, I love his facial
the way he can he does have that Pikachu face and it's hilarious. He loves just making these facial expressions, and he takes pictures and then he puts the filters on it. It's a lot. That's always been my personally favorite things with Alex is to know that Alex has a really big heart. Sometimes it's he's busy, he's distracted, but he has a really, really big heart. And but the facial expressions and if you ever meet Alex, he's easily one of the most people. So people say they're down to earth, right? I'm not down to earth. I'm just not. I'm a lot of times I'm a bit wound up. I've got a lot going on. I feel like I'm responsible for a lot of people, and I know it. I'm not always the most down to earth. That's just the thing. Like on my profile, how you read profiles, because some of us have had date online kind of thing. You put together your profile, everybody's down to earth and just the perfect. That's not me. I'm none of those things. But Alex is quite literally like he takes it as it goes. Like he's the kind of guy you don't want to be driving behind, basically. He's the kind of guy that hits every red light available. Like he sees a red light and he sees a green light and he goes, you know what? I'm going to slow it down here and let everybody pass me because I'm having a wonderful day. My panda thing is running. You don't want to be behind Alex if you have anywhere to go, anywhere, anytime. And he'll say, oh no, I'm moving. No, you're not moving, dude. Like, I gotta drive, dude. I gotta drive. When I drive, Alex is like, oh my god. He's like hanging out of the thing, and he's like, oh my god. He's like looking over. Yeah, go ahead.
Alex is just interesting because when you first meet him, you don't expect all the innuendos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's innuendo king.
Yeah, like because I remember when I first started working.
69s and everything else.
When I first started working for you guys, he like the first day he was really serious, and like a weekend he starts giving me all these innuendos. I learned what ham meant, and I was like, it's not just like meat. It's not apparently.
Yeah. And he can do lots of things with his tongue that other women find disturbing. When they see it, they're like, oh my god, that's not good.
Those are the most interesting moments.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time with David, though, so I do have, like, emotional moments with David.
So, you did have emotional moments? Because when we're eating Taco Bell, I know you get very sensitive, very choked up.
Yeah, because that's
He doesn't like peanut butter or pineapple, dude.
I was actually gonna mention the necklace I'm wearing.
The necklace? Oh my god! Now you're gonna choke me up.
If you see this, David has one exactly.
He's my son now. That's all there is to it.
David has an exact same one.
Oh my god! You had to bring the necklace into it, dude. Now I'm so embarrassed. I'm actually embarrassed. Okay, we gotta end this podcast.
We both have the same
Fade
exact
to black.
necklace.
Yeah. No.
David has been very instrumental in my life, and I thank him for everything. I really do.
Alex really is the salt of the earth. Yeah, so I've had the worst luck with people in general. I think, and Dennis has been one of the first people I've had productively. That's the truth of it. And so yeah, that's how. That necklace, by the way, was born out of both my pride in him and also my anal neuroticism. I actually, a lot of times I'll buy two of something because I inevitably lose the first one, and that way I have a backup. It's something I really enjoy, and this was an artist that created these Phoenix, and so I bought two. But anyways, all right. Yeah, we gotta go. Thank you guys very much. We really gotta go because I gotta hit the head, otherwise known as the baños.
But seriously, I thank David for a lot.
I thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right, we got to end on that note. I got to go get some. All right, see you guys. Bye. Thank you. See you later. Hasta luego, all that stuff. And fade to black. Bye, guys.